Hey there. Hi, my name is Aaron. This is Danson Malcolm, and we are ready to shock the Casbah, I guess is what we're going to do.
It's going to be an incredible night, guys. We've got loads lined up. And in between, we've got even more shocking news. So you wait for it, and you'll get the shock of your lives.
I have to say right away, thanks for everybody that's been watching the Halloween timeline videos. And thank you, by the way, for kind of taking in and watching the horror recommendation video that I did, horror box recommendation. I actually filmed a couple of those. So every 2 or 3 days, there's going to be some recommendation videos that are just popping in.
I haven't seen it yet, but I saw it's got rec on the thumbnail.
Oh, you got to put rec in the thumbnail. Because
what's up, man? No fighting like on the Blue Mouse timeline video.
That was a fun video to do. I'm glad you watched it, Swift. Thank you so much. Maybe that'll get people watching now. People are like, ooh.
Maybe. Aaron likes to argue with me a little bit.
Keeps things nice. I think I'm the diplomat.
My East End side pops out sometimes in an argument because you'll see me go.
I seem so casual. I seem so calm. Is this my calmness? You're in the back up. Nice wind. I hate when storms do that. Obviously,
nice one, Sweet Willie. I'm glad to see you back.
I understand what you mean. It is so good. We had a storm in St. John's once, and we lost internet for like weeks, and it was like horrible. By the way, not just internet, power, everything. It was a big like snowstorm, and it knocked down the what do you call those things? Those big
power lines.
The big actual station, power station.
Okay.
So the big boxes. So we went out, and me and him,
a junction box.
Yeah. So me and him were out like shoveling because we had like a SUV at the time, and that was above the SUV. So we shoveled the entire damn thing out. And we were one of the few people at the point that could get out on the streets. So we went up to Tim Hortons because we're Canadian. That's what we do. And we saw a lot of people shoveling, and we were like, oh, God, that sucks because we were freezing our butts off.
Yeah.
And I said, well, no. So we went there, we bought a bunch of coffees and hot chocolates and stuff, and we went and distributed them around, which was kind of, that was fun. It was actually fun to do. We got like a talk at Halloween. We sold a bill of damaged goods. Well, you know my thoughts on it. You should make this comment, Swift, on the video, so we got like algorithms going on. I appreciate it. I really, really do.
You know, we had a storm in America, but not this massive tree down right in our front yard, right? And it was blowing. I'm talking about like it was stormy, wind was blowing. What do? I go outside in the pouring rain in shorts and a shirt, go up to knock on my neighbour's door and go, is everybody all right in here? And they're all looking at me like, what's he doing outside? Stuff's flying across the outside and cars were rolling and everything, you know?
Did you have to? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go on.
I was just going to say, did you have to, because I had the big storm in Sydney, like North Sydney, just before I left to here, because we left, and we lost everything, like internet, power, everything. So me and my cousin, and we were going outside because we had this big tree, right? And it was right there. So it was like kind of like coming towards the house, and we're like, oh, fuck, if this tree like comes down, we're screwed. And we won't have to worry about taking half stuff from Morocco then. So we go outside, and like there's like branches and stuff like that like the big heavy are coming like on the road. So we went out, and because some of them are big, so I need my cousin with me, and we were like kind of dragging them off the road because because there's cars coming, and that's there's a whole bunch. It wasn't me and just him, like there's a whole bunch of us out there doing it.
Ooh, had a banana as well. Hey,
all right, there you go. Magic. You are basically living up to your name.
Magic. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Holy moly, look at those sets. I kind of wish I had the standard sets now.
There's some great friggin' prices here, man. Let me get my thing up here because I want to see your guys' comments as we go through. Because we have a couple of things. There's a Screen Factory sale. There's a Shout Factory sale. There's a 101 film sale. And to a lesser extent, there's an 80 film sale that we'll look at as well.
Yeah, that 88 film sale, don't look good, guys.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited for that one.
But these here.
Hey.
Also, apparently, later on, I've got a new Curtis Conner video to watch. So that's always a good thing, man. Welcome, Zami. Welcome back.
Zami.
So it's time for us to fight about these movies. No. Okay, so we're starting out.
By the way, Enter the Video Store is the standard version now. It's not the limited edition version, just so people know.
What's the difference, man?
Posters, I think booklets, some cards, because I own it somewhere. But it came with posters in each one, and I think some other stuff. As this one, I think is, which, to be honest with you, if this comes in the same box, then it doesn't really matter so much because you're technically getting exactly the same, just without the stuff. Normally, what they do is they put in a different kind of box, so you're still winning if you don't want that other stuff, and you consider it junk.
Yeah, and for me, it's like, well, I would love to have the other stuff, but I want the movies. So
exactly, yeah, exactly. So. Hey, Trekkopedia in the house.
Hey, Trek. Whoa. We got a whole bunch of people in tonight. So we're starting off the Shocktober Volume 2. I don't have this yet. I know you must have this, Mel. You must have this.
Oh, I like that. Hold on. Swift says, "Hey, Malcolm, you've got to drop a link to your channel."
It's in the section down below.
It's in the show more section.
Yeah,
Swift. Aaron, and you should make a martial arts movie 70s to present video. Do you know how long that would be? I would love to do it. Maybe we could do a series of it.
Martial arts. I got to watch my martial arts before I do it. I start back.
Because Aaron's a little...
Because she was...
I think Aaron's... it's one of Aaron's more forgotten things because of the time, because of the VHS and that, isn't it? Because, you know...
Well, you can say it the way it is, one of my weaker spots, which is the truth.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. My better half is a massive martial arts fan. Like, she knows way more than I do. So that would give her an excuse, like, to get me watching martial arts films again. So, yeah, Swift, she'd love that.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Maybe, because you've got the first Shaw scope set, right?
I got the Shaw scope set. I got the Yokai set. The monsters. Remember the Yokai monster set? That's not martial arts, really, but, you know, still, you know. I mean, I got a couple of sets.
Well, maybe what we could do, right, is we could look into it, because I think that's a great idea by Swift, and we could maybe do something like we've been doing with the Halloween reviews and stuff, but maybe more as a main video kind of thing, live for people. You know, I don't know. We have to talk about it.
Work out ways to do it, like ways to like an intro to it, like there, you know, a bit more when it comes to this. You watched a bit more of them, and me, I get to be. For a change, I get to be the intro person. Which, not gonna lie, guys, that would be friggin' amazing. Malcolm knows what I mean.
All three of us. So you're saying you want to see Glenn in it as well? That'd be quite cool.
Now, Dad saw them originally when they came back into the when they're in the theaters. I remember my dad saying once that I'm sure Dad's here that he would go to the Bruce Lee movies, right? And he'd come out afterwards, and there'd be some guys like trying their moves. Stuff wasn't going out.
That'd be amazing.
You know?
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Well, you know, one thing we really have to do when you go to Canada is we need to work on a way to help Glenn with his internet be stable, because I want to tell you guys this, right? I don't know if Glenn's here, but Glenn's a very knowledgeable guy, and he's got a great sense of humor, and he's really amazing. And it sucks that his internet keeps playing up for him, because I really think he's one of the best parts of the videos, for sure.
He does great stuff on the videos. Here's the thing, though, Malcolm. I'll tell you this right now. I can tell you 10 seconds after I go into to say hi to Dad, it's going to be, hey, you want some tea? And then it's going to be, let's look at the internet.
Good, because that's how it should be.
This is what number one son do.
Number two. Okay.
Did I come out like what? No, that was not meant to come out like that. I mean, like, you know, like Charlie Chan.
Close Encounters of the First Kind I have seen, Zammy. It's a brilliant movie. It's a brilliant movie. I'm guessing isn't that the one with Sammo Hung in? Or is that Close Encounters of the Spooky Kind? Because there was a sequel to it as
See, here's the
well.
thing. This is how, when you saw Close, all I saw was Close Encounters, and I thought, okay, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I thought, like, oh yeah, I saw that movie. I didn't see the Hong Kong part at all.
When does Empire Into the Video Store set come out? It's already out. Check.
Sorry,
I think.
So this is a neat one here. You can see.
Oh no, 23rd of October.
For the standard edition, I guess.
Yeah.
You can order it now. Very exciting to see this actually come out. So it would have the special features, reversible sleeves.
Also, you're welcome, Track. Because he says thanks for recommending Halloween 1995 to 2002 set.
Oh, excellent! I'm glad you like that, man. That's such a cool set. So here's my question for you, and it's not as easy as some people might think. Actually, your favorite movie on this one, is it The Dungeon Master, Dolls, Cellar Dweller, Arena, or Robot Jocks?
I'm gonna go with Cellar Dweller.
Oh, really? Actually, that is not what I thought you'd choose.
I really like Dolls, but I kind of feel like that's a very generic answer because I feel like Dolls will be a very easy one to pick because it's been out so many times. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, like Dolls is my favorite, but I wouldn't choose it just because people would expect it from
that's
me.
What I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Dungeon Master would be my. That's my
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike, welcome, dude. So I definitely recommend this set. This is one I want to pick up.
Yeah.
I checked on Sunrise Records on their website. It's $120 there. That was the limited edition. It's sold out.
Is that good price? Is that good price for Canadian?
Yeah, not bad actually. Because you have to understand it's Canadian.
Yeah.
Because remember, this is like normally like standard edition is like £60, which I'm going to guess what the other one was around. So when you like do the conversion and then you put on like how much it take to ship it, yeah, pretty much.
Sure.
The Shawscope set, I definitely recommend that. Do you have the Basher box?
I don't have Basher box because they're all titles that are in the Shawscope sets.
Oh, so they're
being released separately in individual sets, which I've got to be honest, I actually prefer these sets more.
Oh, really? How come?
Just because I like the artwork. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the boxes, but I think these fit better on the shelf than the Shawscope sets because they kind of take up a lot of room. That's why I have to have them on the top.
I have to ask you, have you ever had this happen where you go to move the Shawscope set and it slides out?
Yes.
Yes, I hate that.
I hate it. I really hate it, especially with the book.
Yeah, it's like
I hate it.
Like because you want to keep it in good condition, right? And it's always sliding out. So for those that don't have it, these are great ways to get it. I did not know they were.
What do they look like? Can you click on it? See if we can see more of what the.
Definitely.
Okay, it's just that. So it's a normal Amway case, probably the 4 discs or whatever it is with the 4 titles on.
Yeah, decently priced, like that, easy to store.
Yeah.
This is one did I pick this one up? I can't remember.
You must have done because it came out a while ago.
No, I didn't because I got the Blu-ray, so I didn't get the 4K of it.
Oh, okay.
But I got the special edition Blu-ray with the extra disc and stuff. But I'm a massive Wild World fan. Like people that watch my channel for a long time know that. This tends to be one of those that I wish they were made more of. Actually, I like this.
Robin Hood on the water.
Exactly, and we have same director too, Kevin Reynolds. Even though that this killed the friendship, Malcolm. This totally killed the friendship between Kim Costner. Like literally, because Reynolds is like, well, you know what, you can do this so well, you do it. So that's what ended up happening. Is Costner took over and did it.
Red to Kill has been released by Error 444. So mate, I don't know when, but it's coming soon. Not sure if you know that or if you follow Error 4444, but they announced it a while ago. It's supposed to come out, I think, around October. Hey, Dustin.
Hey, welcome, Dustin, man.
Gothic Fantastico is a really good set. I own it. And so far, I've watched the Franco Nero one in it. I think it's Evil Eye or something Eye. Third Eye, maybe. Really good.
The only problem is going to be for you is the Devonsville Terror's not here. Because that's your favorite movie.
I hate that movie.
Now, this is I really want this set, though. This is a very gorgeous looking set.
And
you got
be careful, though, for you don't pick up the wrong one because it's got them right next to each other.
Yeah, it's like you can buy the limited edition for £35, or for £5 less, you can buy the standard edition. With £5 less, I think like everybody pretty much is going to buy the limited edition.
Yeah, that's what I'd do, to be honest.
Oh, your favorite here, Lover's Lane. Hey, Uncle Fister.
Sarah Lancaster getting her freak on is one of the best. You know what? I love the end of that movie. I'm not going to spoil it because obviously some people probably haven't seen it, but I just love the twist. The
twist is good, actually. I like the twist in Lover's Lane. Some of the acting is it is what it is. It's a slasher film. And it acts like actually it's a slasher film. But I actually dug this one. I know a lot of people don't like it, though. But I really think if I wasn't going to Canada next week, about a week and a half, I would grab this one for sure. I would be grabbing the Enter the Scream set for sure. I would grab Gothica Fantastico. I would have picked up Lover's Lane. So these are some recommendations I got, guys. Okay, there, Alan.
Hello, Alan.
Would you recommend
the game trilogy? I've got the game trilogy. I've never seen it, but I've got it, and I've heard nothing but great reviews about it. So I've got to get round to watching it.
So I'm going to ask you then, have you looked here? Wait a minute. Did you go to a store and pick up some Arrow?
I did, actually, yes.
Before we go any further, then, do you want to show some of that Arrow that you picked up? You want to give some people, so people can see, like, in hand what some of those releases
did. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. HMV didn't have many stuff in there, but most people didn't already have, like older titles they had more of. But I'm going to go through these because I've got... Is it just 5? I thought I had more than 5. Oh, well, that's good. I've got 5.
All right.
So, I picked up Bloodstone.
I have that in Paris waiting for me, actually.
Which I've never seen, but what's really cool is it comes with the booklet.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's good.
I like when the booklets are included.
I got Death Has Blue Eyes because I've got a soft spot for this. Not a Jello, guys. It's a bit of a weird movie, but it's fun.
It's weird to have a Jello title for it, because it is a Jello title.
I just love the bit where they go, "We give up," and she goes, "Oh, don't leave me." I go, "Okay, let's sit back down."
Oh, thank you, Alan.
The Zero Boys.
You finally got it. Nuka Master Rock is classic. I love that film.
You recommended this
Have you seen that?
to me. No, because I said I'd seen you. Well, you haven't seen it. It's a good one. So I thought, I saw it.
Let me know when you watch it.
I picked up Blood Tide.
All right. Some Deborah Shelton in your collection. Damn straight.
Oh, who's that? Did you say Deborah Sheldon? I've never heard of that person.
Most beautiful eyes.
Is that Deborah Sheldon there? Down there in the corner, right here?
No, it's her in the middle.
Is this Deborah Sheldon here?
Goddess in the middle.
I think this bit's Deborah Sheldon right here.
No, that gorgeous goddess is James Earl Jones.
And I picked up one of your favourites, right? Okay. Aaron loves this movie because he has plenty of it, and that is The Wind.
I love Nika Mas. You went on a big Nika Masarakis kick.
I did because I'm missing a lot of his titles.
Great choice.
I'll be honest with you. I've got all the others, so I've kind of got a collection of his stuff now. I've seen The Wind and Death Has Blue Eyes, but I haven't seen the other 3, so they'll be on my priority list out of the 5.
Now, here's a question I got for you. Like, as we're going through this, are you kind of like making a list? Are there some things here that are tempting you?
I'll be honest. Most of the stuff we're looking at already own.
This is the thing. So Fear and Loathing
like everything on this line, I'd pre-ordered. So
Marababa's Shock is here.
Deborah Shelton not only has beautiful eyes, she has beautiful everything.
She does, Swift. She totally does. I was so in love with Deborah Shelton when I was a kid, Swift. Mandy Winger on Dallas, by the way, for those that don't know.
I've got Nightmare at Noon. I bought that in a previous sale.
I almost picked that up actually a while back, but I ended up getting something else instead. I think it was between Nightmare at Noon at the time.
I love George Kennedy.
But I went with the other George C. Scott. About the changing at the time. Had a choice between the two. I think I made the right decision, but actually I didn't
Yes,
buy
I think so. George Kennedy, what a character.
Oh, he's such a
I
good
tell
actor.
you.
Also from Dallas, too, by the way. Just saying. I was a massive fan when I was a kid, guys.
Battle Royale, Videodrome, Island of Death, guys. Pick up Island of Death.
That's a weird Nuka Monster Rockets film. Man,
I love when the brothers like on the rocks cooking. I love that.
The Sisters Brothers. I don't know if
That's John C. Reilly and I think Joaquin Phoenix.
is it real? That's a newer one then. I like the way they got this put together.
Mm.
I really like the way they got put together. Not enough westerns come out nowadays, so actually that's kind of interesting to me.
.com for Mo, the terrible movie.
I do not remember this one at all, man. Not.
That's how you know. That's how you know.
Tenebrae,
classic.
everybody should have Tenebrae. Just like it's like not having American Werewolf in London in your collection. You like werewolf movies. You just gotta have
Just Before Dawn. The best bit in Just Before Dawn, Zame, is when the person gets a good fisting in the face. I'd love that bit.
Actually, Just Before Dawn was almost on my list of 31 for the 31 days this year. It was only the fact that I'm traveling, because that's not. Because that's in my Blu-ray collection, actually. It's a fun film.
You know who has the spooky hunting eyes? Meg Foster. She got cute eyes.
She's in The Wind, man. Her eyes are like, she's got like incredible eyes.
Her eyes are like the wind.
She was in the first, well, she's the second actually, in Cagney and Lacey.
Yes, she was second. She was the one in. She was in the first series, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was in the first so many episodes.
Hey, Swift!
Oh, thank you so much, man. Speak for the work, man.
Because Swift did that, I'm going to go like this.
You're gonna go like that, and I'm gonna go creepy. When I go to Canada, hopefully I'll have more masks to do that with.
Ooh, you need to put on your lucha mask and just go, hello boys, here I am, and dance around. When they shot.
Oh, the scene.
Oh, nice.
That was a good scene. Is that the scene where they had like the Nazi werewolves? Like, or the Yahtzee werewolves, so you're not supposed to say the word, right? That's what they were. Like he was having a nightmare. Who'd she play?
Did she play?
The blonde one. I keep forgetting. I keep getting the names mixed up. It's Cagney, right? Is it Lacey?
It's Lacey, I think.
Unfortunately, you know why she was let go, Malcolm?
I know why. She was let go, right? God's honest truth here, guys. I'm not a joker. I don't make fun of anything. All right? All right? Don't make fun of me. She left. She got let go because they said, can you look me in the eyes, right, without getting me excited? So she tried for like 3 days straight, right? Every guy couldn't resist. I one after one fired. If you've seen, right, what's that movie called? Do you know the Severin one, where it has the documentary on it? The exploitation documentary. You know, I can't say it because you get demonetized. The end one, right? Yeah, okay. What is that movie called? The actual one, you know, with the guy who's eating them and that.
I don't know what you're talking about, but what is it called?
Where she dances in front of them and that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, no,
it's the one where she's teasing them and that. I just can't remember what it's called. But if you know it, guys, the guy's eating the women and that in it. Well, anyway, basically, she danced around for all the guys there. And, you know, she got with quite a few of them. You know, there was like a massive, like, 8-on-1 thing going on, and she got fired. You know?
The real reason. And, you know, this is gonna make some people be kind of sad, actually. She was very good in the role of Lacey, but the problem was, get this, they thought, oh, no, she puts off too much of a lesbian vibe.
Oh
So
yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
which was
and
sad.
that's called two things. That's called being a bit sexist and a bit of the other thing.
Yeah. And she was so good in that role too. Now the other
I'll be
girl,
honest with
Sharon
you.
Best, great
I'll
too.
be honest with you. I'll be honest with you with Cagney and Lacey, right?
Yeah.
My view is this: it doesn't matter what type of vibe you give off, right? Because it's two strong women in a serious role, which was one of the first of its kind to really focus on two strong women.
It's such a good show too.
So, yeah, it's phenomenal. Now, what I will say is, I had the box set from VI, VEI,
Oh, did you
Visual
really?
Entertainment.
Oh,
I had the
nice.
box set. It had the autograph from them, but when I got the autograph, guys, half of the autograph was missing from where it'd been rubbed up against the paper.
That's VI for you, man.
What's this? Hey guys, was Wolverine an alien film or a werewolf film? I remember the title as a kid, but I've never
Uh,
watched it.
neither actually. Wolfen is closer to a werewolf film. It gets confused with a werewolf film, but I would say, and you can either back me up or not when it comes on this one, Malcolm. It's almost like what's the word I want to use? Um, not
Erotic.
voodoo, but kind of a native
Yeah,
type. You know
it's
what I
that
mean?
kind of movie, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of it's kind of it's hard because it's a bit it's obviously not, it's a bit sorcery kind of voodoo kind
Yeah, like
of,
I hearken to use the word voodoo, but I mean like kind of like Native American
yeah,
kind of
yeah, it's that kind of thing. Yeah, it's
urban
like
mythology,
that.
I guess.
So
Well, maybe put it.
I think it has different, if I remember correctly, it has different things in it connected to that happen.
Yeah, it's a great film
Um,
actually.
yeah.
It's on theater.
Look, here's another great album for me. Looker. That's what they say. That's what I said to me today.
All
Sammy, I was
right.
in HMV and the woman said, "Hey, is that Brad Pitt over there?" And I said, "Yeah, but I'm
And
his
it
twin
was
brother,
right beside you.
I said, no, I said, I'm his twin brother, Arm. So armpit, yeah? Armpit? Oh.
So I think what happened is you were in there and somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, aren't you Malcolm?" And you're like, "Yeah, yeah, why? Aren't you? Don't you do videos of that really good looking guy with the hat?"
And I was like, oh, so good looking guy. And they went, yeah, isn't his name Glenn?
Well, hey, there you go.
One
Looker's a
Dark Knight
great
just
film,
got
by the way,
announced.
guys.
Nice. One Dark Knight just got announced for 4K.
Yeah, One Dark Knight. It's a great movie too. Actually, I was gonna that's another one. I got the Blu-ray of that one. That was gonna be on the list too.
Alan
Uh,
says, I don't like Meg Foster and Loretta Swift and Cagney and Lacey. They are both great actors, but they didn't do justice to the Cagney and Lacey characters.
I
I
think they did,
think
but they're
it's,
very different. Like Loretta Swift's character is
yeah,
very different. Like because her character is like because you got the full set, right?
yeah,
So wasn't her character almost kind of a bit more Hollywood?
yeah, there
Uh,
was, yeah.
yeah. Then it goes to like Meg Foster, and she's definitely more like more more the streets. Her dad's a cop, that type of thing.
To be
And then when they
fair,
recast her with Sharon Glass, they wanted her to have like rich, affluent parents. They wanted to change it.
yeah.
So she was gonna be like a rich, kind of spoiled brat.
To,
He wouldn't do it, but in the end he said, okay, well, we'll let her mom be rich. So
yeah.
that was the thing to me.
To be fair, what you got to remember, Alan, is if you get a new person playing a character, the character's always going to be different, right? Even if they're supposed to be the same, there's always going to be a different interpretation from them in our eyes when we see them. You know,
Yeah.
Sharon Grace, brilliant
Yeah.
actress, right?
Amazing.
Tyne Daly, perfect. You can tell they've
Oh my
got
God.
perfect chemistry on the screen.
See, I recently, guys, the way I can talk about this is because I recently rewatched Cagney and Lacey just not too long ago. I hadn't seen it in years, and I hadn't gave it as much of a shot back in the day as I did, to be totally honest with you guys, because I was always like, "Oh, Tyne Daly's like she's kind of grating, right?" Because I find her in some movies she can be a bit, but man, is she good
Yeah.
In Cagney and Lacey. There's a episode where there's a bit of a shootout. And this guy gets shot, and he ends up dying, and the like at the like they're like basically Al Waxman, he's their boss, and he's like, okay, when you guys got to got a kill shot, congratulations type of thing. So Tandele, she's shaken up because she knows, like she just feels that was her. She's not certain, but she feels like it's me, and I've taken this husband and
Yeah.
father away from somebody. It doesn't matter. It was like shooting at her type thing. It was haunting on her, and so it gets to the point and El Waxman's character, he knows, and he knows that she's shooken up, and he's like, so good job, guys, but it's all done, that type of thing. And she's like, so who got the shot? So it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter who. And she says, it does to me. So he's honest. He doesn't lie to her. He tells her. And she's like, okay, great, thanks. And she's, tough. She goes into like the locker room afterwards, and she breaks down. And she breaks down again in front of her husband, John Carlin, who's amazing, by the way, in this role. What a great, like, different role. Like, she's out as the cop, and he's like been injured. He was like a construction worker. He like very manly dude, been injured, and all of a sudden he's trying to get back to work, but he's got to depend, be the house husband. As really revolutionary for its day.
What I will say about it is, what I liked about it is, what people forget is, we watch so many cop shows and stuff where they just shoot people. There's no, oh no, I feel bad about it. It's just another day in the office kind of thing. Yeah. And I think for Cagney and Lacey, especially when it came out, it was so realistic and so real, like the alcoholic storyline and so forth.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Just incredible storylines.
Sharon Glass was great with that low alcoholism storyline. Can you believe we're here doing Shocktober, Malcolm, and we somehow got into a Cagney and Lacey conversation?
Mental. It's nothing to do with any of it either, does it?
No, but guys, here's the thing: you never know what to expect. The Wind is right here. The Lighthouse limited edition. I'm guessing you got this one.
No, I don't actually have that.
You're telling me there's a movie about two guys that kind of want to bang a lighthouse, and Malcolm doesn't have it?
No, I don't have it. No, it's shocking.
Very much surprises me, to be honest with you. I love Vice Squad. Vice Squad is absolutely like Wings Hauser's. Like, mwah, I love Wings Hauser.
Definitely.
Straight Into Morning is one of my favorite Hammer.
That's the Peter Pan one, right?
Yeah, that's the one with the Peter Pan one, like the Wendy.
I've got to say this. I'm sorry, I've got to say this. I don't like your name. I'm going to call you Wendy. That's it, Wendy. I like you now. I talked to my wife like that for 4 days, and she was like, "Stop doing that! It's creeping me out." She was like, "Please stop! It's creeping me out." Because I went to her. I don't like the name Donna. I'm going to call you Susie. Susie Lucy. And she was like, getting angry.
Hard to Kill, another Nika Masterakis one. This is one I do have. I actually like this film a lot. Blood Money. Any of these like spaghetti western sets are money, guys. Like, pick these up. They're awesome.
Definitely. I think they're worth it. I think they're all worth it. I'm going to pull the third one as well.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Hello, Chris.
Hey, Mr. Sloan, welcome. Hey, Dennis. I mean, this sale looks great. We're going to be looking at the 101 films and the Shocktober sale as well. I'm actually going to take it the 88 films.
Can I be honest about this sale?
Sure, of course.
I'm going to be honest about the sale. The sale's good, right, if you don't have any of the titles. My view is this. The sale price, especially on the newer stuff, when it's like £10, it's still got the slip, it's limited, like the House That Screamed and stuff. Brilliant, right?
Yeah.
But when it's older titles, it's a little bit expensive at £9, £10, if you ask me. I know.
I mean, like,
it's not bad.
£9 is basically the £5 of like 10 years ago.
Sure, that's what I was about to say. With the inflation, that is basically that. But at the same time, I think I miss those days. Now, this isn't a put down of the sale at all. The sale's good. But if you're like me and you've collected a lot of the stuff already from previous sales, then it just feels like a mince and repeat a little bit. But when you see the new titles, like the House of Screams, you're like, if I waited, I could have got that. Same the Executioner set, I bought that,
Yeah.
18 quid. I could go out for 10. But you don't always know that because of the way limited edition releases are now, you know. So I
Because you
think
don't
it's a
sell it, man.
yes, I think it's a positive and slightly lower than a positive, depending on who you are and what you're looking for.
Like for me, like I for a long time, I bought a lot of Arrow titles to
Yeah.
the point where the most that I had in my collection was Arrow. Like I had like collections of other things, but I had a complete like shelf, like top, not a like shelf, like a whole bookcase
Yeah.
that was just Arrow. Like it was just Arrow.
Yeah.
And that was still one of my pride and joys. I do need this though, the House of Screams. I really like them
I was
movies.
like that with earlier, you know, when they had the window boxes and that.
Yeah, I used to love those.
I
I
miss
came late
those
in those.
days.
Dune 4K. We need to get this one for Hannah. She really wants that, actually.
Yeah, I need to get that as well. God, man.
That's it. I'm tempting on stuff, dude.
Double face.
Double face.
I haven't seen it yet. I own it though.
I didn't. You know, I was going to buy this last time around because I like Ricardo Frida. But here's the thing. I had one before this with Kinski. Klaus Kinski, right? Yeah. So it wasn't this one, but it was the other one where he played the doctor.
Oh, you're talking about that really boring one.
Yes, was it ever boring? And because that one was so boring, I didn't buy this one yet. And I hear this one's really, really good.
I put that on, and I literally sat there, and to this day, I remember nothing other than being a doctor.
Were you like amazed that this is Joe D'Amato like directing this, and how unsleazy that movie is?
Yeah, I was like, this is so bad. Oh, I've been meaning to go back to it, try and watch it again.
This book is rest in peace.
It's funny though. For a second, then when I saw Williams' car, I went, "Oh, don't mess around with us again, Alan." But then I saw it was Sweet Willis. So I was like, "Oh, that's a shame."
If you're a football fan, especially.
Oh, I watched Saw X today, guys, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. So that'd be something interesting to tell you guys.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, To Live and Die in LA. I'm guessing you should have this. Everybody.
I don't know it. I don't know it. The reason I don't know it is because there's a 4K in there from Kino.
I mean, like Blu-ray's good. I'm glad it's a 4K, but I got the Blu-ray and I think that's good. I don't think I need to go up to 4K for it unless there's some massive special feature that I don't have. And I don't think there is. It's a neo-noir, and it's probably one of the best neo-noirs you're ever going to see. William Peterson, CSI came about, guys, because of this and Manhunter. Because they liked his. Here's the thing. They were so impressed with the acting that William Peterson did that they put him on a long-term contract where basically every year, like CBS sent scripts until he found something that he thought fit him. And it was him, by the way, that decided, hey, CSI is the one. And he was right. Guy knows his stuff.
Nice.
But there's a scene, like because he's like this guy, he's at this point in his life where he just doesn't give a crap anymore. He's got I don't want to say he's got a, doesn't want to unalive himself, I guess, but he definitely is at a place where, he's a very, he'll leap first, ask questions later. And I actually really dig that about his character. I shouldn't, because it's supposed to be the bad part of his character.
It's funny. I've met a few people that are that way, and they can be terrifying.
Oh yeah. King of New York, another great one.
Classic. I love that movie. I tried to live my life by Christopher Walken is in that movie.
What you need to do is want to live your life like Chris walking into that music video where he dances. Is all that. That's incredible dancing. Couldn't get in double face, Mike. Maybe it's good they didn't buy it.
I remember saying to somebody, "I got you something." They went, "What's that?" And I went, "Double face," because it reminded me of yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna take Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I'm gonna say it. You ready, Malcolm? Ready? Yeah. I liked it better than Dracula.
Oh,
did. I said it. I meant it.
Ooh. I've got the book. Indicator released that, I believe.
Now, Pitch Black was the first 4K that was put out by Arrow
Yeah,
Video.
without a slipcover, those pieces are. Where was there? Why was there no slipcover?
There was a reason for it. Now, they didn't do the transfer for Pitch Black, by the way. That's one that that was before they started doing transfers for the 4Ks.
Yeah,
it was the pickup one. Demons 2. Oh, I love this cover.
Your favorites?
Oh, I love me some Demons movies, man. Thief, still the best version. The limited edition is the one to get though, because with the extra cut of the film, that's so good.
I really liked Faith when I watched it. I thought it was such a clever movie.
It is. It's really good. Michael Mann, like very rarely does he go wrong. Like he can, but like not with this one for sure. Did you like the Prey? I want to know. Like, what's your thoughts on the Prey? Because I know
it's funny. It's funny you ask me that because I got the limited edition one today on eBay for $10. Right. I thought the movie was slow, but I love the ending.
Yeah.
I love the ending. I love how it ends, but I thought it was slow. I thought it was not too good. Was it this one that John Leslie was in?
I think so. Let me just look here, see if they mention his name. You mean the porn actor, right?
Yeah.
Because me and Dad watched this one, and I just remember being it was a bit of a slog, right?
Yeah, it's very sluggish.
Carl Strucken.
Yeah, I picked up the limited editions on eBay because somebody sent me an offer of it for 10 quid. I went, you know what? I ain't got it. I'll pick it up. I
hate that when I come back, they've changed around. It's like, what? Why?
Yeah, and then makes you feel like you've missed something because it's changed.
It does, I think, which is, I'm sure, is the way that they did it. Well, the reason they did it. Jello Essentials Blue. This is just a Reebok.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying because they're re-releases from other sets.
Yeah, because this one's got the two. Is it the two Dagmar Last Nighter ones? And
yeah,
and a Martino, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think there's forbidden photos of a Lady Above Suspicion, and the Death Walks ones.
Yeah. Zami, I'm going to tell you this. John Leslie is one of my favorites. Him, Paul Thomas, Jamie Gillis, not Ron Jeremy though.
Well, Swift, to be fair, like Demons and Demons 2 by Snaps is the way to go, man. I picked up that set. It is like totally.
I'm in love with it.
Oh, I totally. That's one of my favorite 4Ks I got in my collection. It's got, and I love the fact that it's got like a birthday invitation, and it's got like the Metropole ticket, and the features are great. The sound is absolutely stunning, and the picture is perfect. I love it.
True story, guys. When the earthquake hit, the first thing I ran out with was that set.
Gotta get my demons. Oh man, I didn't think.
Oh, Expensive Taste is great. That should be re-released. I'm sure Vinegar Syndrome might do it at some point.
Now we got Naked Lunch here as well.
Mad Foxes, Mike. I've got that. I've got the DVD of that. It's got such a strange ending, that movie. Like, oh, he's not going to do it, is he? End the movie. It's so weird. The media book of it has a lovely, like, fully, explicit cover from Germany. It's a really good movie.
Do you have Satan's
Blade? It's German, I believe. I do have Satan's Blade.
This is one of the films that I will say in the so good bad it's good category that everybody should have. It's one of those movies that you're just watching it and you're like, okay, not quite sure who got made, not quite sure who greenlit it, but I kind of enjoy what I'm watching.
New Battles Without Honor and Humanity. That one in the original set is brilliant. I had the original limited edition ones in America, and I just said them while I moved, so now I've got the cheap, like in the one case ones.
I don't have the new battles. I have the original like set that came when it came out. There's some great stuff here. Scared Stiff is fun. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a must, but £9 is not bad for it.
Mike, I have the Full Moon one as well. Because I bought it when I got the LaHaye movies as well, and the Jess Franco DVDs that weren't available, even they're on Blu-ray. Because their transfers on them are actually really good because they come directly from the Blu-ray. But obviously, they're downgraded for the DVD, but they look fantastic.
Now, 4K wise, did you pick up Cinema Paradiso for 4K, or did you keep with the Blu-ray?
Never picked it up ever.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How you? I think everybody you got to own Cinema Paradiso.
Never seen it.
Man, you got to change them up. It is such a great film. It's one of those that I loved, and it's a cinephile film. And Hind was like, I think we bought it, and she's like, you have to have Cinema Paradiso because this is one, like, when you fall in love with cinema, you kind of fall in love with this film, and it's such a great film.
Well, the thing is, growing up with a cousin who was a massive film fan and projectionist, it kind of always was there, for me, like seeing it all. Not the film, obviously. I'm just saying it's like a reality kind of thing.
Because it's such a nice,
the Blue Power. Climax of the Blue Power, Sammy. I'll be honest with you. It's fun, but it's also a bit, in my view.
Now, the Vengeance trilogy, this sells it really quickly. By the way, guys, some of these here, like Japanese releases, or Japanese, Korean, like J stuff, K stuff, tend to sell really quickly. And like some of it comes back in stock. But I've found a lot of this stuff sells extremely quickly.
What one do you think's the best one in that set?
Well, Old Boy. I really do think Old Boy's the best one out of the three. It definitely disturbed me the most.
But it's the most disturbing, but it's not the best one. The best one's Lady Vengeance, in my view.
Like Lady Vengeance? Yeah. Like, I think they're all good. I mean, like, but it's still like 100%. Like, for me, like as boring as the answer is, for me, it is Old Boy.
I think my problem with picking Old Boy, for me, it isn't the fact that it's not a good film, because it's a brilliant film, fantastic film.
Yeah,
but it's the one that's always pushed. Whenever you think about Korean cinema, like stream, Old Boy, right? Lady Vengeance is far superior in so many ways. All right, Simply with Miss Vengeance is good as well. Now, there are Old Boy's a classic. It's brilliant. It's absolutely amazing. I love Old Boy. I really do. But to me, Lady Vengeance is the most amazing. I watched them, I think, on the Tartan DVDs back in the day, and Lady Vengeance has always stuck with me.
I think for some people, like obviously you're into that a lot, but for some people, you're gonna get a pushback on like movies like Old Boy and stuff like that because they're so well known that people like refuse to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on the hipster thing, oh no, I don't like that. It's popular.
I agree with Dustin, by the way.
And I do think it's like you're right. It's definitely like it's strong. Like definitely, it's probably strongest overall. But it's just you asked me which one I like best.
Yeah, of course. I agree with Dustin. Lady Vengeance is the hardest one to rewatch for sure.
Yeah. Robin of Thieves going to sell it quick due to a treatment. Because I actually love this film. I know a lot of people don't like Robin of Prince of Thieves, but I actually really like it. I like this cheesy song.
Yeah, I like it. And Alan Rickman's amazing in it.
Yeah, he is so good. And that you need a good bad guy for stuff like this.
Sure.
So I mean, I think that's kind of like exactly what I'm saying in the comments. So the Street Fighter trilogy.
Have you seen it?
Of course, man. Yes.
Hey, Alex in the house.
Hey, Alex, welcome, man. No, like these are like Sunny Cheapest stuff was like this one. There's Go as well, but like the original Street Fighter is
Bullet
special
Train. Yeah.
because there's that scene on the boat in the rain and with the X-ray, or the scene
Yeah.
where like the guy tries to attack the girl, so he
Yeah.
comes in and just the rip.
I'd die for you.
Alex knows good quality. He's like, uh,
Me and Alex both agreed that the woman, the blonde woman in Saw X,
mhm.
the doctor woman, we both agreed that she was highly bangable. Exactly. Most of them are no-brainers to get. And, 12 quid's brilliant for Street Fighter because you're getting 3 movies.
Exactly.
And you can for me, baby.
I don't have it. Yeah, I got the old, like, kind of like it's an old like DVD platinum. I think it's platinum video or something like that.
Yeah.
Street Fighter trilogy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Where it
I know
opens
what you're
up.
talking about. The classic artwork.
Yeah, it opens up. There's like writing on the inside.
Yeah.
Of, like it's. We got Battle Royale here. There's a ton of stuff here. I'm gonna go back and forth between a couple of sales because I don't want to stick on one for too long.
Yeah.
Just so we can get through different stuff. Let's
Especially
do
when there's
101 films.
34 pages.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, so let's just go to 101 films because there's some very good stuff on here, by the way, and it's very easy to get through. So, like, look at the stuff here. We got The Last Broadcast, which freaking fantastic film for £10. Actually, I like this film a lot. I like this artwork, man. The brain is cheesy funny.
Swift, I agree, Malcolm. That Jonathan Doctor in Saw X could definitely get this business. Exactly. Especially when her hair's down, at the end. And, she just screams, give it to me.
I haven't picked up anything this time around. Normally, Alex, I do. Like the Shocktober sale is like, especially on like Arrow is what I normally pick up from. I do get a lot of this stuff too. Usually this time of year, but I'm going to Canada, so unfortunately, I'm waiting till I get there. Well, not unfortunately, I'm just waiting till I get there. Crystal Lake Memories, obviously next week is Friday the 13th. So if you don't own this, now's the time to buy it. Especially for £9. And the Elm Street Legacy, these two here, I think everybody should own. If you're,
I will say this: that Crystal Lake Memories though is cut because it only has two discs. My version has 4.
Right?
Oh, maybe because DVD, Blu-ray, maybe.
Yeah. Now, what you would have, that's not because you got the pre-order thing, like my dad did. Like there's a little bonus disc, but has like some interviews with the Jasons and like a convention or something like that. So that's what you'd have. Is the Blizzard test you years of lead set in the sale?
It is. It is. It will be, but it won't be the limited edition version. It's probably like 30 quid.
Yeah, so that's probably
30.
Definitely a good one. I bought that during the last sale. I don't think I got limited edition though. I think I got the regular edition for that one.
I highly recommend Spring.
Spring. I have this I bought Spring at Dollarama. Not even joking. I got Spring from Dollarama, and great case. And it was like, it was $1. Dollarama, of course, it was. They had a whole bunch of these.
It's a really good film. It's surprising because when I went into it, I did not expect anything from it. So, and it's got Nick Neverin in it too, which is nice.
Well, I bought a Dollarama, so I really didn't expect anything from it, and was surprised. Effects from Agfa are actually a very fun title.
I got the 4K now because I upgraded
to effects. Wait a minute, FX got a 4K?
Yeah, from Vinegar Syndrome. AFCA, Vinegar Syndrome partner label.
Why would FX have a 4K? That does not need a 4K.
But they released a 4K of it. Oh, talking about Dark Harvest remake trailer, I saw the Thanksgiving trailer today in the cinema.
What do you think?
Amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to say, I turned to Alex, and after I gave him a big hug, I said, we have to see Thanksgiving.
It looks old school. It looks fun old school.
It looks incredible. So much fun.
Recommendation here on Room 237. That's insane.
I own it, but I've never watched it.
That's another one you gotta watch. Pledge Night, I'm okay with. It's not great. I'm not gonna. It's okay.
I bought that version for a few quid instead of from Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah, you did the right thing. It's okay. I mean, it's good to have. It's nice to have, but it's not one of the not a top tier.
I watched Saw X in the cinema.
Late Phases is one of my favorite modern day werewolf films.
I've got that. I haven't watched it.
Man, this is so good. This is such a good movie.
I'll tell you what's good. Go on the third floor. You seen it?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, that's what I'm thinking of.
Watching. It's got your mate in it, CM Punk.
Yeah.
Can I just say, the woman in that who walks around seducing him, my word, hot, triple hot, double dip.
Let's see, Exorcist Believer.
You know what? It's not been getting, Exorcist Believer hasn't been getting a lot of good reviews from what I heard, Swift, so I'm glad to hear you liked it.
Me too, actually, because I think right now, and here's the thing, that a lot of people are on a David Gordon Green hate train. And part of it is because they didn't like Halloween Ends. And
you blame them?
Yes. Did we not do a whole video about an hour and a half long of me saying why I blame them?
Basically what you said was, what you said was this, right? In some context in that video, Aaron said, I kid you not, if he offered me sausages, I'd go for it.
Sausages.
Well, a sausage. Let's put it that way, huh?
It's underrated. I mean, I think people should be given another shot.
Not Halloween Ends, never.
Oh God, yes, 100%. I mean, here's the thing: people, can like it or not like it. It doesn't matter. Everybody's got their own taste at the end of the day. But I think just objectively, it's well written. It's well done. Even if you don't like the movie, Dustin, you're the man. I would not. Mark Kermode would not surprise me, Gary, to be honest with you.
Season of Witch is great. Exorcist Believer. So, yeah, I think me and Alex are going to go and see that at some point, maybe.
We got the Dirty Dolls, the smut one, of course. Zodiac Killer.
Zodiac Killer, best one on the list. I'm telling you, when he jumps up and down on that car body on that woman's head, oh my word, I was laughing.
Now, this is one I remember watching when I was in Ontario. I picked up this on DVD.
Is it a Canadian film?
Monster Man? I don't know.
Yeah, because it looks like it.
I don't think so. I think it's done in the South or something like that. It's such a good. It's a fun film. It's not it's definitely a lower budget, but it's well done. It's got it's a killer with a monster truck.
Yeah.
And it works. It shouldn't work, but it works.
What about The Curious Dr. Hump? You seen that?
Yeah, not a fan. Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. She-Freak, I know Alex liked because he said he had a beautiful transfer, and he said he preferred the woman in it with the makeup on.
I couldn't get into Curious Dr. Hump, and I tried a couple times.
Yeah, I like the character in it. It makes me feel Fu Manchu in a way about being Fu Manchu on the cover.
Yeah, I know. It's just it didn't do it. I mean, I tried. I want to get Jungle Trap Run Cody Run down the road because I do get that guy's films. But I don't expect them to be good, but just expect them to be entertaining.
What about Prom Night? Do you think Prom Night's a good film? Because I've never seen it.
Oh yeah, no, that's I've heard you say, Malcolm, that Prom Night is the worst movie of all time, and that you just piss on it rather than watch it.
The remake, guys, not this one.
No, it's the original one. No, this is one of my favorites. And actually, I love prom night. A lot of people will go on things like, "Oh, it's slow" or stuff like that, or it's not. Got to take into account when it was done. And that being said, I still think it's not slow. I think it's good. People say the
And
same
also,
thing.
it's Canadian.
It blows my mind. Well,
It's
Canadian
Canadian as
things
well.
makes it more quality. Like just because it's Canadian, right?
Well, we know Canadian things are always more slower.
But that's because Canadian it's deeper. That's the thing. We have
Oh,
character.
you
We
mean
have character. You know,
no? Well, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it. It is a real slasher,
yeah.
definitely.
Silent Night, Deadly Night. You know, I love those films. 1 and 2, a lot of fun. Here's one. You want to get like forget these other egg for films out there, like some of the Cure Stock Trauma, like shag that. Pick this up. Scary Tales. Oh my god. I'm not sure if my dad's in here right now or not.
Is it good?
But scary. Oh, it is. No. But it's fun. It's not good. It's micro, but it is Z grade. When like there's zero budget. But I gotta admit, we watched a bunch of movies. This was probably one of the most fun times I had watching a film. When I was with my dad. We were just watching it, and it was like hilarious. And there's one like because this is a kind of a portmanteau. It's an anthology film, guys.
Yeah.
So the whole idea, there's one story where this guy just finds out that his wife is fooling around on him. Like she comes home and she throws her jacket on the bed. Right, she's coming home later,
Yeah.
and he sees like a note in her jacket from her lover. And he's like,
no.
"Well, want to do something tomorrow?" type thing. And she says, "No, I got somewhere to go. You know, go to hell." type thing. Basically, she's a real jerk. So she goes to her lover's place. I'm going to give this part away because it is hilarious, and this may make people want to buy it actually. And they're down in his basement, and they're getting ready to do. And he comes in, and he's like, "No, that's it. I've taken all that I can take," and he kills him. But he doesn't stop there. Then he just goes around the town, just like killing people. It's just
like, oh, I killed her, so I can kill everybody else.
Just like, oh, gotta kill some. And we're watching it, and it is like there's some like great or like cheesy, like decent special effects for for what it is. But there's some points there where we're just like me and Dad are almost crying, and in the best possible way. So we had a blast watching this movie. So guys, is this like well done or good or anything like that? No. Is it something you're gonna have a lot of fun with, especially if you go in knowing what it is? Yes, I definitely recommend it. This is one that's not in my collection, but if this is at Sunrise, I buy it in the friggin' second.
Drug Stories is supposed to be really good as well.
It is. I have this one actually. Yeah. I watched this with my cousin Raj. And again, like this is like teaches you all about, don't do weed and stuff like that. like here's the LSD scare film. It's so fun.
Well, no, it's volume 1, but no volume 2 has been released.
I know, which disappoints me because volume 1 is so freaking good, man. See some great films about blow bit revealed. Spookies. I had a lot of fun. Spookies. It's a documentary.
4K. That's coming out 4K from 88 Films.
Do you need a 4K for that though? Like
probably not, but probably not. But I'm just saying in case people care about it.
Like if you don't have it, okay, and you want to, and it's a cheap price and stuff like that, go for it. But honestly, Blu-ray's good. Like Spookies was not one of those movies that was shot on like, oh yes. The remaster is going to totally revolutionize Spookies. If you've seen Spookies, if you know, you know.
The Africa Horror trailer show is pretty good.
Oh,
it's just trailers, but it's fun.
I love trailer tapes. This, by the way, this Spookies one does have both of the documentaries on there that was on the Vinegar Syndrome.
Oh, nice.
This is a solid buy. We get Tammy the T-Rex here.
I love that. I watched it for the first time this year.
Did you? And you liked it? That's excellent.
I loved it because what happened was Alex won a 101 films competition, and he was nice enough to give me a couple of movies. One was Tammy and the T-Rex, And the other one was, I think it was The Last Broadcast. I think it is. And so I watched Tammy and the T-Rex, and I just loved it. If I could, I'd probably buy the 4K. You know,
Yeah.
if I saw it really cheap, because I think I would be happy to have that in the collection.
Yeah, that's a different one. Like, definitely. Like, I did buy the 4K of Tammy and the T-Rex when it came out. I didn't get the lenticular one. I got it afterwards. But I missed out on the lenticular. Hell Night is really, 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 really good. And right up with like Prom Night, I think Hell Night's one of the best slashers of the 80s. It does the. Have you seen Hell Night, right?
Yeah, and it's got one of the sexiest women in it of all time.
What I love about Hell Night is what's one of the big complaints, like when you see when people don't like slasher movies. Oh, these, they're doing this, they're making the stupidest decisions. They're not going, they're not going to get any help. They're not going to the police. They're not, they're not calling the cops. Why are they going upstairs and checking us out when they should be doing something else, right? Not in Hell Night. In Hell Night, they set it up so that a guy escapes. He goes out, runs to the police station, and finally answers that question of, hey, what happens when a guy actually goes to the police? I love that they did that, and the way that it actually turned out.
Yeah,
because I think it was
I hated Brain Dead, KG. I don't know why. I just didn't like it. I think because it just kept jumping for me. But like I always say to people, sometimes you need to watch a movie a few times to really get it, because you might be distracted, or you might not be in the mood.
So you may just not, like, at the time, appreciate the greatness that is Corey. You might just have to go back again.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Ghostwatch is a great one. Ghostwatch, I think everybody should watch this at least once.
I've got the limited edition version, so
that's
I'm happy.
Oh, that is so good. But Ghostwatch is. Did you like Ghostwatch?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was very clever when it came out.
It creeped me out still to this day, and and it's been and it's out of context now, because it's not like it is back then.
So Alex says, many thanks to Mel for Summer of '84, the 4K, and Guest House Paradiso.
Summer of '84 is so freaking good, man.
It is good. It's beautiful. Do you know, I was shocked when I found out that film was made recently.
Really?
Yeah. I like the milk card in it as well, in the Blu-ray. It's really cool.
I got to say, that movie's, without giving anything away, the near ending sequence shocked the hell out of me. Did not expect
it was shocking. It was shocking. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. That ending, to me, was more scary than most endings in those time movies. Because you're just sitting there going, wow, this is cold. This is evil. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like one of those that it freaked me.
Yeah.
Skinner, by the way, there's the one that I mentioned to you off camera map that I think everybody should watch.
Yep. Classic.
And let's look at.
This is the worst one, because if the sales are good, they don't ship to England. It is, Dustin, definitely. The ending is one of the best out there. Murders of the Rue Morgue is a brilliant, brilliant Bela Lugosi movie.
What do you think the cover?
I love that movie. The cover is a bit weird.
Is that supposed to be Lugosi on there?
Yeah. It looks more like it was my grandma.
I love these. I don't have any of these Universal sets, but I did a podcast a while back, just the discs, and we were doing basically a recommendation podcast.
Yeah.
And Brian mentioned the first couple Universal horror collections, and I bypassed them because I thought this is there's not too much to these, and he just kind of schooled me on exactly how good these sets were and what was in them.
Well, most of these movies have been released through Eureka as well, so.
Now, did they get the features and stuff on those, on Eureka? I'm sure they probably did do on Eureka.
Maybe, I don't know, but
because we're looking at brand new audio commentaries on a lot of these.
Yeah, I'm guessing a lot more than these did. because they got like the original. They got like the radio plays and that on them.
I gotta say, I don't like the way they're doing this though, like the decades of horror thing. Like this is great because you got to go decade by decade. I just want to see how the freaking sale.
Otherwise, the prices aren't very good, are they?
I mean, they're not bad on some. I mean, like Fangs Living Dead for about $14 isn't too bad. $30 for that Vincent Price set's not bad at all. Actually, I got the original set of that one before it was re-released, and I didn't pay $30 for it. Tell them right now. The Fly collection, $34 is pretty cool.
I think that's overpriced, to be honest. The Fly collection. I think I got mine for $26 off Amazon.
So you're lucky. Like, what one? Were you living in the United States?
Yeah, I was at the time. Yeah,
doesn't count. I'll tell you what.
Hold on.
No. Just no. I think here's the thing. When I would love to live, now I don't know if I would love to live in the U.S., but I would love to have the ability that they have in the U.S. to get things like so cheap and shipped so cheap and stuff like that. Good, amazing on them. But for the average person to find like the Fly collection or something like that under $50 or under like $75 if you live in Canada, it's not something you see a lot.
I think you need to. I think you take Chilwell because we're in the golden age of movies here, right? And I think, in all seriousness, I think we need to realise that America is the supreme ruler of media. And having lived in America for years, I can tell you that it wasn't always good when it came to media, right? Everybody says now, yeah, it was, right? But I don't think, obviously I'm joking around when I say take a chill pill, he doesn't need to take a chill pill or anything, right? Because he gets the thing, I'm obviously joking, guys, so I don't want you to think I'm being, But my view is this: having lived in America for 10 years, I've always thought American prices are overpriced. Now, don't get me wrong, if you've got Kino, right? Kino does some really great deals, right? Shout Factory, in my view, the deals are very hit and miss depending on what you want. Like, to me, a Fly collection for $34.99, ridiculous, especially with it's been out for a few years. Vincent Price collection, $29.99, that's good, right? But at the same time, I think $29.99 for a sale of a set that's probably $36.99 normally. And I'm not, because that like that price isn't the price it sells for. It's a little bit, what I mean? That's why I think so many people nowadays, they go to like the Internet Movie Archive or that to watch these films, because a lot of these films, like with Vinegar Syndrome to a lot of people, are movies that they might only watch once.
It makes me sad. Like as a movie fan, as a fan of film, that really that makes me sad. To think that there's like people like everybody got their own like way that they watch and stuff like that, and it's modern and everything comes up streaming and all that stuff. But when you got looking at some of these films, and such some of the classics, things that deserve to be watched and appreciated. It's like for me, like a lot of this stuff. This is me. This is the way that I am with stuff like this. The way I'm Malcolm. Like it's art, and there's some definitely is at different quality than others, but I think that there's just things that if you collect certain time, if you're watching my channel, you're more than likely probably collecting horror and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's certain ones that I'd hope at least you consider. Don't have to or anything like that. I'm not guilting you to buy a movie. I'm just saying, like, just consider like what some of these things can do. Like the Fly, for instance. Like, just I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
That's all right. You were talking anyway, so carry on.
It's that we're looking at like two generations of film. We got the original trilogy, which got some really good classic stuff. We got a good Vincent Price role, and I think the first Fly, the original Fly, is a classic. We get into like the by the time the third one comes out, we get into like the sci-fi atomic horror type of thing. So it's changing a bit.
Yeah,
But then we get like the David Cronenberg one, and that's a stone cold classic, one of the best remakes ever made.
phenomenal. That film always makes me cry at the end.
Yeah, oh man, it does. It gets me too. And you know what? I'll say it, Malcolm. I like The Fly too. I know a lot of people didn't. I really enjoyed it. I like what they did with it, and the features
Especially
that
the
are on the
twist.
set are incredible.
The twist at the end of number 2 is phenomenal. And what's her name? Daphne Zuniga?
Daphne Zuniga, yeah.
There you go. One of the most beautiful women ever. You know, to Sammy's comment here, these boutiques are having a great laugh with packaging rubbish with slip sleeves, etc. I'd rather watch these films for free instead of forking over 30 quid at a time. Now, I'm going to be honest with you here, Sammy, and Keggy says facts, 100% facts. I'm going to be honest with you. I agree a big part of what you're saying. I really do, right? I think a lot of these things are over. Hold on. I think a lot of these things are overpriced, right? Just for a slave and that. But at the same time, you got to remember that a lot of these films probably wouldn't even come out, depending on what they are, if it wasn't for Vinegar Syndrome working on them, right?
Or Scream or companies.
Now, there was a time where the stuff to make discs was cheaper, but that's gone up now. Then you've got to work on things, because what a lot of people forget about is it's not just the film that you're paying for. You're paying for the fact that somebody did the artwork, somebody did the disc, somebody did the special features that were paid for, the restoration, and that doesn't mean that they should charge you 30 quid. Don't get me wrong, right? But it means that they have to get that money back. Like, let me give you an example. They get an interview with a main cast member on one of those things, and we're not talking about a forgotten person. Let's say we're talking about somebody like, I don't know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, for instance, which doesn't really happen, but let's say it did. It would be probably about 20, 30,000 to pay for that one interview for like 20 minutes. So, the prices are ridiculous, and I agree. But there's different reasons why it's important that cinema is released. Why is this? Why is that? The people that are taken away from these releases are the people that don't understand, if you ask me, what a true sale is. Being charged $20, $30 for something that says it's $50 when it shouldn't be $50 in the first place. Now, that's what's hurting media, if you ask me, because the price doesn't reflect what a true sale is. And that's the problem in the movie community now. There was a time where you could actually get a real sale price and you jump up and down and grab them as much as you could.
I agree with a lot of what you say, but I don't agree with the fact that this isn't a real sale price.
Okay, well, you're the one. I'm just saying.
No, it's okay. We're here talking about it.
Okay, so why don't you think they're real sale prices then?
Why do I think that they are sale prices?
Yeah.
Because I actually think that the prices here are not bad.
But let's talk about more modern stuff.
Okay, let's go to we'll just do this one. Okay, we'll do this one just for an example. Some of these here will include posters and stuff like that. Not obviously this one's sold out. So this is the Fly series of films. There are 5 discs in total.
Sure.
They're feature-wise, there's all their archival stuff that was put there before. We're looking at like the new audio commentaries. They get people in there for that. Looking at the a whole bunch of new interviews, including one with Mel Brooks, and obviously that's a big name there. I got guys like Howard Shore, again, is another composer, was definitely kind of a bigger name. A whole ton of that stuff here. You look at this here, the features, everything that's in there. It's it is a 5 disc set. It's not put on. It's not like loaded on like everything's on 2 discs or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's at this point now it's $35, right?
Yeah.
Which is, so let's just say this was back in the day.
Okay.
And you were like, okay, you went to your local Kmart and you wanted to pick up the original Fly series. You wanted to go, or you wanted to, you went to the bin type thing. You picked it up for like for like the first three would usually be around like $20, $25. That would be the normal price for it. If you're lucky at a, you get the original trilogy on sale for around like $14, $15. That will be later on during Halloween. And that's like Canadian price.
Sure.
If you're very lucky and it's later on, you can get them for 10, right? And you're still paying, usually regular price for the Fly and regular price for the Fly 2. Fly 2 is usually one of the harder ones to get. It was a 2-disc limited special edition. I know because I had to search for it, and because it had all the features. The Fly 2, the reason people bought it was because it had all the special features on there. So you break these down like that. You got 5 movies. You got all the special features. You got a bunch of new stuff that's been put in there. If any new remaster has been done, you had that into it too. You had the box, and this is a good box for the Fly, if I remember correctly. I don't think this is a thin one. I think this is actually a decent box.
It's
you can let me know if it's a thin
normal
one.
size. It's normal size cases. Because I had the set. I don't have it now, but it was.
And also, so what it comes down to, guys, is basic math right here. So $35 for this Fly set is $7 per film.
Sure.
Which is a damn good price for these 5 films. Sure. Because at the end of the day, I paid $20 for the Fly 2, which is, objectively the worst film in the series, to get those extra special features because of the limited edition. So, it's the prices are low. Not every price is going to be great. Not every price is going to be good. I think when you're looking at a sale like this, it's on a case-by-case basis. I think the days of like the Severin amazing sales and the Scream Factory Shocktober sales of like when they first started. Yeah. I don't think we're going to. I think those days are gone, and I don't think they can come back because I think logistically, as a company, if they did, they wouldn't exist. Cool. I really don't because when you put in acquisition prices, the length of time that you're going to own something, remasters, the work that gets done on stuff like this, and the fact that we get sales, and decent price sales. Here's like a 4K. It's $14.99, right? For like Carrie or like for Black Christmas, $15.99 for Carrie. But
that says from because
and
it says from. So if you click on one. It says from, we get to say, because I think that's okay.
$21.99 US, right?
Let's see, $21.99 is not bad.
Yeah,
I don't think that's bad.
Go to your regular Vinegar Cinema Severin and look and try to buy a 4K for $21, even on a sale. You don't happen. Except unless you have a $10 sale, right? Like most of the time, it's like, oh, it's $75, but you're lucky because you're going to get it for like $59 or $60.
Yeah, and
I know because I buy these stuff. You do too. Me and you, we buy these releases. We buy Beastmaster. Yeah. We buy Cloak and Dagger. We know what we pay. That's why when sales come out like this, we try to avail of the sale when we can. And I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer or anything like that, or because I do agree with a lot of what you say. Like you had one hell of a point and a great and a whole truly, like what you said was incredible. So I'm not like disagreeing when it comes to that point.
No, you're just saying your view yourself,
Yeah, like for me, like this is like if I was in Canada, for instance, and all of a sudden I was at a place, or put it to you this way, Malcolm, if you walked into your HMV or somewhere like that, and you saw a big end cap with these movies at these prices, would you pick them up?
What you mean, like the 4Ks?
Yeah, unlike the 4Ks or maybe some of the sets or stuff that you didn't have. Let's just say you didn't have the Fly set and you wanted it, and you're going to your HMV, you're going to like your FOP, and all of a sudden, bam, it's there for like you can pick it up, like because at the end of the day, you live in the UK, I live in Morocco. For us, it's not as easy as it is if you're like okay if you're in if you live in California or you live in like some place where there's a whole bunch of these, you can walk outside and you say, okay, I'm going to go to my local, Walmart. I'm going to walk to my local store. Even there, you'll notice that, one Walmart doesn't carry a lot of this stuff. They care a little bit, but not a lot. It's usually a higher price, right? And if you go
Sure.
to like your local specialty shop, then because they're a specialty shop, and they're trying to keep afloat, they can't
Yeah.
afford to do these prices.
Well,
So I
prime
think if you actually
example.
seen these prices in real life, we'd be actually excited.
Yeah. Well, prime example is if I want the Shaw Brothers sets and I see them go online and I don't buy them from Shout Factory, they'd cost about 200 quid. You know, so seeing them at $139.99 and then that's probably about 100 quid is a bargain, you know. How much is the Friday the 13th set? Because they said that was on sale, $89.99.
That's a great price for that set.
Well,
Let's see, that is like, I would 100%, like this is one, if you don't have the Friday 13th set, guys, you live in the US, I would 100% recommend this set. It has every one of the films. It has 2 discs, 2 bonus discs, which are absolutely freaking fantastic. The book that I showed, actually, me and Malcolm and Dad are doing the Friday 13th series, and we got to talk a lot about them. And it's been really fun. I got to say, again, Malcolm, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate like the fact that that we did this, we taped a video today and you're here right now. You have no idea. Like, by the way, guys, Malcolm's the GOAT when it comes to this type of stuff. 100%. I would not be able to do this stuff without him. And when it comes to this stuff, highest appreciation for not just like for this, but his views and stuff on things. We may not always agree, but I 100% respect everything that he says.
But we're real. That's the most important thing.
And this one here, though, guys, if you're in the US, pick this up if you don't have it.
Thanks for that, by the way. Thanks for saying that. That means a lot.
No, it's the truth. And man, you know, I'm just sad I didn't say it earlier to you, but
I appreciate
that is that's the thing. But here you go. Look at the set right here. I don't think anybody's gonna like have much complaints when it comes to this set and the pricing right here.
I would love this set, to be honest. You know, when we thought about when we were going to do the videos, I originally was going to see if I could buy it. You know, cheap, like a decent price. And this is a prime example of what you're talking about, right? If we were in America, we'd be able to get that, maybe with a little bit of tax from where you are, because I don't have Shout Factory do the tax thing. But over here, if I wanted to get that from somebody, I'm looking at about £169, which I find crazy in pounds.
It is, because like guys, when you do the conversion there, like that's you know that's a lot more than you're paying, even like in like US wise.
Yeah.
They did mention the set on purpose, I think, too, because they knew people were going to be going for this one.
Yeah, people would rush to look at that and maybe see other stuff.
Because that's the thing. I mean, like there's certain things here, like $10.99 for a 4K. The Burning's a really good price. Is that a good 4K?
I don't think it is. I think because they have the Blu-ray and the 4K in it, so that might be like $16.99 4K. If you click on it.
Right. Still, I'd buy it for $16.99. 35.
Oh no.
See, okay, see this? See this right here, guys? Not a good price. Like, say, like here's the thing. I'll tell you, I will be bluntly honest. When I think it's a good sale price, I'll say it. But right here, this is not a good sale price. Look at that, $4 in difference, Malcolm.
Yeah, definitely. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and just hit on here just to make sure. Yeah, no, $89. That's a good sale price. So it's like I said, it's a case by case basis when you're looking at this stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Like right here,
$69.99. That's a bargain.
That is really a bargain for this one right here. Great little set. If it's perfect time to get it, Halloween time. Can you imagine? You live in the US right now, man. You're picking up like Halloween. You say you don't have the set already. You get Halloween. You get Friday 13th. Actually, I'm a big
imagine getting those all in one box together for the first time. That'd be phenomenal, wouldn't it?
I'm a big fan of this set, and I did get this one for around this price. So you know, not because it was on sale.
Did you have the original Blu-ray set that sucked with the horrible sucking things that they had? That was awful.
Yeah, I was glad that ran that actually.
I hated that set.
It was a horrible set.
See, Dead Silence for $23.99 with the poster and alternate box is a good price.
That is wow. Okay, is that still available?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tempting.
And you can still get the posters.
$23.99.
That's a bargain.
Now this
Available
is
in
the
US
time when I'm
and
like,
Canada.
this is when I'm like, do I contact my mom because Christmas gift? And I'm joking. I'm not joking either. 1824-inch poster. This movie, I really like this one. For those that don't know, this is like one of these little favorites.
Classic.
Doesn't get enough like. It's got both cuts.
Oh,
I didn't
you
know
got to
that.
get on the blower. You got to get on the blower.
That is freaking tempting. Well, especially the poster, man. With the poster and the.
I mean, you think about it, right? You're getting 2 posters and an exclusive slipcover.
That's the thing you got to look through. Sometimes you get great stuff like Halloween and Dead Silence. Other times you get some crap prices. Any sale nowadays, I think, is on a case by case basis. When I think it's ridiculous, is companies like Kino that charge you $17.50 per disc.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That is insane. Any obscure horror classics? I mean, well, I guess it depends on what you think are obscure.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's the thing, right? Like you could be like, "Oh man, this is." I may think something is totally well known. Another person will look at it and say, "I've never seen the movie before in my life." What are you talking about?
Well, like
Did you like Summer Fighting Massacre remake?
I've not seen it yet. I've not seen it yet. But I think
cheesy thing.
I think Alex saw it. Did you see it, Alex?
Did you like it, Alex?
Because I think it got it. I think it was in HMB. I think, or was that a different one?
I liked it. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching it and I'm like, I almost pissed myself because it switches it a bit. Like the girls go up to the cabin. There's a bit of a twist. I'm not gonna give it away.
Yeah.
But there's some guys at the other cabin, and they're like airheads.
Yeah.
They're like, but they're so funny, and the actors are so good, and it's such like a pillow fight or something. And they're like super like talked about how like no, I just thought it was funny as hell. And the guy that like kind of plays the character does a good job.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I was talking earlier again to Alex, and we were talking about the releases coming, in October, November for Vinegar Syndrome. And we were saying, we were like, how can somebody not know what Fatal Games is, right? But that's a prime example of that's obscure to some, but not to others.
Oh, that's the thing. It's like we grew up like you're younger than me, so
yeah.
I'm actually like I'm surprised you know what Fatal Games is, but because there's like 20 years difference and pretty much our age. I saw Fatal Games back on VHS when it came out.
Same here. Not when it came out, but I had the VHS.
Yeah, that's the thing. You saw it on VHS, but like, and here's the thing: people always like come on. Some people come on my channel, like, and they're like, too bad kids like, and they're like, kids don't like movies. They don't like collect movies, or they're not into movies the way like, the older people are. And that's not true. Actually, it is so incredible. And I've met so many people and spoke to so many people through my kids and stuff like that, and like younger people, not just like my kids, because my kids obviously there's going to be a bias because they grew up with me.
Yeah.
So like me saying, "Hey, look, my kids like it." Of course you do. Like they had a movie like Freak for a Dad. Of course you're gonna like it. But you can see a lot of people like actually that are into this, and it really kind of like makes my heart kind of.
It's nice, isn't it? Because it means they're not getting forgotten.
And that's what you want. You want stuff not to get forgotten. I like these prices here for these. It's not bad. I mean, like these are in like
standard sleeves now.
That's the worst part. There's the thing. Okay, if this is not a hard case, if this is like this should be cheaper. Like $19.99. Like if $19.99 for a hard case, okay, that's good. But still, it's been out for a bit. Right?
There will be. I believe there will be a 5-year 4 case at some point. So I would hold off.
Yeah, I mean, it's what will stop it, and this is what it is. What made it harder? So if you look at the Friday the 13th set that came out, you're going to notice something really quickly. You're going to notice that there's a lot of stuff that they're able to put into, especially to the Paramount stuff, right? When it came to some of the New Line stuff, the artwork kind of sticking the same. There's only so much new they can do with the new line aspects of it. New line will be the sticking point for Friday the 13th. Also, Paramount, if you've noticed, they love to put it Friday 13th.
Yes.
So
many times.
Yes. So it'll be a while because they will legit. I'll check on it for you, man.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all. That's actually when they put friggin' special features on these double features, by the way. The special features on this are banger, man.
Yeah. And that's television. That's the horror movie of the company. And basically what happens in it is the eye comes to life and just sends out short video movies for everybody to watch.
Yeah, there you go. I love the song, The Terrorism, Malcolm. I just stuck in my head so often.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It is so
Entertainment
good.
Hell.
Hey, H, welcome, man. Terrorism, the first Blu-ray you ever bought. You are so young. It is precious. Oh, God. Oh, I feel old. Motel Hell, how much is that one? 35. It's not, I mean, I would, if I was in a store, I'd buy it. I know it's not a sale price, but if I was in a store, I'd buy it. That's the thing. Some of these would tempt me, even if the prices are a little bit. Like Funhouse on 4K for $21.99. Yeah.
I own it. I got it on eBay for 20 quid.
That's actually good, man. This is a good price for Summer Party Massacre one, too.
Alex, you never answered. Did you watch Slumber Party Massacre, the remake? Because then you buy it. What were your thoughts on that?
I'm peeved that the posters are sold out. I should have bought this earlier.
The Warrior and the Sorceress, I still need to watch that. I bought that recently.
That is exactly what David Carradine's physique is in that film. Totally on par.
Yes, definitely. He looks that good.
Also, by the way, my physique, completely like that, if I take my shirt off.
Oh, yeah. I thought your physique was like Lou Ferrigno's in Hercules.
Oh, it's good, man. Well, if I keep working out and God, yeah, I'll be in pain. That's what will happen.
How long do you work out for?
I've only recently, to be honest, I only recently restarted working out, recently, because we didn't have the Total Gym here, and we only got it here, but again, about a week or so ago. So when I go, it's not what I would normally do. So I'll go on the elliptical, and I do just around 40 minutes on the elliptical, so not a lot. And then I'll go and I'll do different workouts on the Total Gym, and normally that's usually 60 minutes, sometimes hour and a half, depending on how tired I am. So not a lot.
What do you do when you get up in the middle of the day, evening?
I am trying to do it in the mornings when he's at work.
Yeah.
But today, I didn't wake up till late because I was, I was doing. I told you last night. So I was working on this, but so I didn't get to do it today. So this is so I'm going to call this my cheat day. But normally in the morning, I prefer it in the morning because I get up and I'll get a bottle of water and I'll do it then, and then after that, then I'm just I'm beat. My leg, my hamstrings, really where I'm feeling the pain at a lot.
Since I started walking and doing weights on my arms, they've started building muscle more.
That's good.
Because like you, I've been in your situation, as in, you're kind of stuck indoors because of the heat and everything.
Yeah, that's the killer part.
It can be hard to feel motivated, so you kind of let yourself go a little bit when it comes to the exercise part. Do you know what I mean?
A little bit.
Yeah. I'm trying to be friendly about it because I know what it's like. If I just say, all the songs were supposed to be from 1998 2000, but one of the songs going around that plays in the guy's restaurant.
I don't know.
Maybe that was maybe that's one of those goof things, where they didn't realize.
Yeah, or maybe they just realized we couldn't do it.
Whoa, Buying roids in Morocco must be dirty cheap.
Buying what? Where's that at?
Roids, steroids.
God, no. What would you think that?
So you've looked for them then, have you?
No, but I know where like there's like a fitness place kind of close by. There's like a fitness place near here. There's recently there's a cafe that opened up, and upstairs they have like for the girls there they have like what you call it, the pole dancing, but the pole dancing workout thing, which brutal. By the way, and just up the road we got a kind of a kickboxing, and a Tai Chi place up there. Kind of like that
nice.
But there's a lot of like there's a few MMA places in Morocco. It's kind of big over here right now.
Where I lived, you got 3 roids, right? With every bagel.
Can you imagine? Like, yeah, come to Hulk Hogan's. Spaghettios and rides. He did have remember? Do you remember?
Yes.
Hulk Hogan, Malcolm, did have a restaurant at one point.
He did. And it failed, didn't it?
Oh, massively. Because it was basically saying, hey, man, here's $10 for SpaghettiOs. That's what it was. They'll do it to Turkey. Well, Turkey is very different. We're North Africa. But I understand. I do. Well, no, it's I don't know. I've never been to Turkey. I would like to go there, actually. I hear it's a great place to vacation, though. It didn't used to be, but apparently I've heard like some great stuff about it recently.
Yeah, it's getting better, apparently.
You know, like I've been to Spain. I like Spain. I think Spain's fantastic.
What part of Spain?
Oh no, like the Spain that's here. Like here's the thing. There's in Morocco, there's an area, like, because Morocco, like that, there's Spanish. It's a bit of Spanish kind of role, like Spanish area, right? But there's one part of Morocco that is still owned, like it's owned by Spain. And well, so like basically, I every 3 months or so, I like to keep my passport up to date. I travel somewhere, and for the first one, I went to Canada, and for my next one, I went to Spain, and and it was so neat because everybody expects us to be kind of a dry desert area and all that, blah 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 type of thing. And as we're going, because Hin's never been there either. Like she lives here, so she's never been there. So we're driving. Hin's driving. Obviously, I don't drive. And it's getting greener as we're going through. Right? It's like we're getting all the.
You don't expect that, yeah.
No, not at all. Like it was neither one of us. And Hin's from Morocco. She was born in Casablanca. So we're going there, and we get there. We wait like about 3 hours, I think, in the because there's so many people in the whole the border crossing part of it. But we get there, and we get this hotel, and it's not like he's super. It's definitely a little bit on the rundown side, but it's not bad. And we go outside, and it's just a wonderful. It's a beautiful area, and it's very, very like the aesthetic is very Spanish, and you're going through and just the architecture and like the whole feel of it is completely different. Even going to the grocery stores, the foods are different than they are here. Like I bought a whole bunch of food when I was in Spain because I knew that I couldn't get it here in Morocco. And so, funny story. I'll cue this up real quick because I know people are going to get bored. That we're coming back. And we're waiting. So rather than go through like the big long line, they bring you up in this like parking lot, and you just wait, and you get your border thing done there, and then you just got to go through. But you get you're always going to get every once in a while. You're going to get those, those. They want to make their extra money, guys. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's so.
So he gets there, and he said, "Okay, I'm looking in the back." I was okay, and so we got like grocery stuff there, and they're like, "No," I said, "You can't take, really can't take that. You're going to have to pay me." I think it was like a couple $100, like, and I mean dollars, not like dirhams or anything, like in dollars. And he's like, "I guess you're taking it then." He's like, "What?" He said, "I'm not going to." I said, "One, I don't have the money, so we just bought some groceries while we were there, and this was what was left over. So I'm not going to pay. So I guess you're taking it then. I guess it's contraband." And he was like, "No, I will let you get away with it this time."
Oh, you're lucky there.
Oh no! Like, she will stare at the devil now.
Did you know until I met you, I thought Casablanca was a made-up place.
For real?
Seriously, I thought it was made up for the movie.
Oh, I'm not much of a person when it comes to like as you know, I'm not great when it comes to geography. Yeah, I suck at geography. I always sucked at geography. So before I came to North Africa, and for the first time, when Hind told me she lived in North Africa, I said, "Well, where's Marrakesh at?" Because I'd never been to Marrakesh.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, it's in North Africa," and I knew it wasn't like I knew there was tigers and stuff like that. Like I know the difference between South Africa and North Africa. I'm not that clueless. I'm clueless, not that clueless. But I did think like, oh my god, like she's gonna be. It must be amazing for her, like all these amazing, like modern technology of Canada, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like, well, it's gonna like these, like look at the water and the lights, all this type of stuff. I literally that is what I thought. I was clueless, but I didn't say anything. So she said, "Well, we're gonna go there." So eventually, we're going there. The kids are going there. We're taking our first trip, and we come in at Casablanca Airport. And I'm like, wow, Casablanca is really big. I guess, it's a big city here. I guess, Marrakesh will be like, it'll be cute. It'll be like quaint, right? And that's, no reply. So first thing queued me up that it was going to be slightly different than I thought was, so we get there and like, well, the chauffeur is going to pick us up. And I'm like, say what again? so like, all right. And we drive. We get to this, we go through like the desert area too, right? Like, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, no matter, like I met her mom. Her mom's amazing. I can't wait to meet her dad. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, if it's small or modest, it doesn't matter. You get used to it, that type of thing, right? So we turn in, and then we make another turn, and there's these huge gates, these massive iron gates. And there's a guy there waiting, opens up the gates, and we go into this really big, like, driveway.
Compound.
See this massive house. And I'm like, I'm a freaking idiot. Yeah, it was massive. But I'm like,
it's surprising because it's like Iraq, right?
Yeah.
You hear all this stuff about Iraq being one of those countries where there's a lot of war, all this stuff, like back at the time.
Yeah.
But some of their houses, even for people that aren't, like super money-wise, are actually, which is crazy, bigger than our houses here.
Oh, yeah.
They cost more, They have like bigger living rooms and stuff. It's crazy. But
the living room is like Westerners. Massive. And the thing here, like, I'm not sure.
That, don't we?
For me, like, and all the places that I've seen here in Morocco. Now, this being said, you have to understand, I'm living at a different like type of place than I guess like for other people. Like there's people with don't have as much, or we see the beggars on the streets and stuff. That obviously I feel
that way in every country, isn't it? Really,
exactly. But there is a lot here. Like I'm not gonna lie, you're not gonna downgrade it. There is a lot here. So I have to I have to take into consideration that I'm going in with a certain, like, there's a certain level. But for us here, like for me, it's like when I came here, I was like, there was every room has a bathroom, right? So if you've got a room, so we go to the what we call the farm, and so we're downstairs, and there's a big like 4-poster bed, and there's like a sitting area, and there's a nice like, fan and AC, and there's a washroom, and the washroom has the shower. God, I could not get the word out, Malcolm. And the kids are upstairs, and their room is like basically, so there's like 2 beds there, and there's a bathroom and with a shower and the full shower thing, and then they got a living room with the TV and like that. And I'm like, and all the rooms were kind of like that. Not everyone had like the full living room, but everything had like had a kind of a sitting area, had its own bathroom with shower, and which blew my mind, because then I got to go back to Canada. I'm like, I want my own bathroom. I miss my bathroom.
I visited someone once. True story. I visited somebody once in England, right? and they had a sofa in the bathroom.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I leave my bathroom then. Because there's a TV there too. I'm like, man, I'm set.
Exactly. It's on the wall. You know, you're just chilling.
Yeah, then you're like, oh man, okay. Hey,
Hey,
newest welcome, man.
Anubis.
I
Alan
want to get you in
says,
soon, man. I have not seen
Alan
Amazon yet 1 and
says,
2, but maybe Malcolm has.
Alan says, steroids gives you wings, LOL. No, I haven't watched them yet. I'm slowly getting through my vinegar syndromes, trying to make room for my new ones coming, and that hasn't been on my radar at the minute, sadly. But I own it because it was in the monthly thing, but I just haven't picked it up.
Oh, here's the thing, Malcolm. We got the World Cup here.
Well, hey,
You may have to come over for that, man.
yep,
That'll be fun. Are
it's
you like a
amazing.
fan?
I'm a fan of the World Cup. I don't watch football constantly, but when it comes to the World Cup, I believe you should always support the country either that you live in or the country that you come from. You know, like you're born in that and bred. You know, like for instance, I support England, but also support South Korea and Japan because
Well, here's the thing.
I love them. You know.
Like Canada was in the World Cup this year, and Morocco and Marrakesh was in the World Cup. Morocco was in the World Cup, right? The last one. And obviously Morocco was kind of like the underdogs. There's a whole big story behind Morocco this year with the World Cup. But so there was me and Hind and her sister and her husband, who he going to try and get him on video in the near future, by the way, guys. So we're getting ready for the World Cup, and so me and her sister are like, okay, well, we'll support Canada. We'll be the Canada people, and you guys will be the people supporting Morocco.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes into the first Canada game, I'm like, I'm switching allegiances. They did bad, man. You know what I mean? You saw it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Whoa, Gino in the house. Hey, Aaron and Malcolm. Hope all is well. Hope to be with you guys soon. Can't believe it's been 3 months since Aaron and I did our video together.
It doesn't seem like it's been long, man.
It hasn't been that long, has it?
Video. Yeah, and we actually been talking about the video's going to be about. So that's coming up. It's just like this month, unfortunately, where I'm traveling, and Malcolm knows this. Today was the first day that I did what, Malcolm? In 4 days. What did I do for the first time in 4 days? I ate food. Yeah.
Proper meal. I tell you, Gino, Aaron's been so busy, but I came in, straight when I came in, we did the video that we needed to record with Aaron's dad, Glenn. And then we had a little break and we did this because we wanted to get the content out there.
Yeah. And I was going to go and sleep for that period of time. And then I said, oh, wait, no, there's a double Shocktober sale. So I'm going to have to do the thumbnail. And I said, wait, man, I don't know how to do that. So I had to go learn that. So don't worry, dude. You have not been forgotten. And you are definitely coming in. There's a few soccer movies, actually, man. Like Beckham is one I think with EH.
What's that one? What's that one with the Olsen twins? That's a good one.
What is that one? Now, are you young enough to be like? Because and I'm being like 100% like genuine here, because you are like a lot younger than me. Are you young enough to be like? Remember when the Olsen twins were kind of bigger when they had like their
yes, because when I was younger, they were on Nickelodeon all the time in Two of a Kind and that. So I used to see all their movies when they came out, more so in their teen years. I've always liked the Olsen twins. To this day, I still pick up their DVDs if I find them cheap because they remind me of my childhood.
I think it's amazing that Elizabeth Olsen, like the other Olsen sister, is the one that's actually really famous now.
Yeah, and become probably even more famous than they ever were, really, because they needed each other to be famous. She didn't. Yeah, but let's not forget Elizabeth Olsen has a great pair of bum-bums.
Not gonna lie, that one. Alone in the Dark recommendation on this one. I actually really like this movie.
Everybody's forgetting the most important football film, Green
one?
Street.
Isn't that what everybody's saying? Oh no, they're not
Green
actually.
Street. Green Street is the best. Green Street 1, 2, and 3.
I don't know if it's in us. So that's.
They're mostly football hooligan movies.
Oh, are they really? No, I haven't seen them.
Yeah. The first one's good. Why is there a foot soldier that has football in it? So does every hooligan movie because they always say they came from the hooligan culture of football.
I love the football. Well, here's the thing. Like I'm Canadian. Big shock, right? So where you guys were like UK and like most of Europe were like big into football, so hockey was their thing. So we had like Slapshot with Paul Newman, and it had like the.
And you had Goon too. You had Goon as well with Sean William Scott.
Oh yeah, well, that was much later. But like when I was a kid, but because we had the Hanson brothers, and they were like these like pretty much what you see in Goon, except there's two of them in Slapshot. Remember Slapshot, right?
Yeah, I remember Slapshot. When they sang, and when you said the Hanson brothers, it's about
totally. That's what they do. Like when they're like checking people and stuff like that. Are you I'm going to ask. Maybe you're not. But were you a hockey fan at all?
I like hockey. I've played it, obviously not in person, but on video games, and I always loved the violence of it.
Oh, massively.
Smacking people up against the things, and it's a beautiful sport. And when people get hit in the face with a puck, yeah, boy, who doesn't like hockey? I used to be a big fan of air hockey. Actually playing it. In the arcades.
Oh yeah.
So here's a question. I see the brain there.
Yeah.
Right. Does anybody think they'll ever come out through one-on-one films?
I don't think so, man. That's not gonna. Alligator's a good one though. $20.
Talk about alligator. I picked up Crocodile 1 and 2 today.
Not Killer Crocodile. They're good, especially you get like the one with the Hogan. The first one's the one the Hogan guy, right? The guy.
I believe so because I picked them up the 88 Films double pack.
You're gonna have fun with those. They're gonna have fun. They're insane. Class 1994. Always been a fan of this movie. Bit of a
I like that film. I watched it recently. Really enjoyed it.
It's a good movie. I mean, like, I'll trigger warning. There's some brutality in this movie, but do you know what? Like, I kind of like, but I'll be honest in the fact that it's not exactly the best crafted of its type. Is Deadly Friend. I don't like. There was so much behind it. Dead Time Stories I would love to own. This one I saw when I was young, and I didn't like it a lot. I thought it was okay. It was a weird film.
I watched it. Really didn't like it that much.
Yeah, it was
but then saw the limited edition sealed one for 20 quid and went, you know what? I'm going to buy it for absolutely no reason. Right. And now it's just on my side going, I should watch that again.
I didn't know It's a Love Trilogy was still available from them because this is one of their first sets.
EH says, walked out of 1984. It was so bizarre and irritating. It is a bizarre film. It really is, especially with the, but Pam Grier's in it.
I think you mean 1999.
Is that 1999?
Because 1999 is the one with like the robot like teachers. 84.
Okay, so I'm mixing it up. My apologies. I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen 84?
Apologies. No.
It's brutal. I mean, like basically, this Perry King from Riptide, the series. So he plays a teacher, and you got Elise Langolis in this. He goes to the school, and there's this one kid who's like he's really smart.
Yeah.
But he is vicious. Like he's rebelling. He's like he's being he's like, Michael J. Fox is in this movie, one of his first films. There's like a scene with something happens with his wife,
Oh god.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're thinking, man.
So is this one not have robots in it? Is this like
No,
pure
no, these are
humans?
like these are just regular students, and they are vicious. Like he's like trying to be like, oh, they're kids and all type of thing. I know I'm trying to
Okay.
be a teacher, but at the end of
I'll
it,
have to pick it
after
up.
what happens, it's a revenge film. It's a massive revenge film. He's like, no, they get to a point where like it's one of those revenge films where he reaches a breaking point, and he's like, no, no more. Uh,
Yeah.
and then he goes back to go and get them because he's not going to
I'll
let
have
them
to watch it. I'll have to watch it because I think I watched 1999, and I think I watched the third one as well at some
That's a hard
point.
one to find, actually.
I'm VHS. I don't remember it much, but I always get the first one and the second one mixed up because obviously I've seen the second one. And the second one, if you ask me, because obviously I haven't seen the first one, it's a fairly decent movie. But
It's
it gets
fun.
but it's really silly near the end, like how they get beaten. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
you know.
But no, I think you'd like this, Malcolm. I really do.
Yeah. I think one Films released it in one of those black labels.
Pick it up for
So
sure.
I might try and pick it up. I might try and pick it up if it is.
Let me know what you think because I really want your thoughts on it because this is
Yeah.
it's brutal. Now I'll let you know, like out the gate, it's brutal. And there's a scene with Roddy McDowell's in this movie,
Oh, nice.
and he plays a teacher, a very nice teacher, that's
Is he
trying
called
to
Arnold?
do the right thing. And there's a scene that's kind of heartbreaking, and I don't want to give it away, but
Let's have a look.
it's around it. It involves Roddy McDowell in a classroom with a gun.
Oh,
And
oh boy.
sad.
Let's have a look, see if I can see it on there. Class of 1984. Class of 1984, Blu-ray.
I didn't know Scream Factory put a Razorback.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
I know there's a 4K from like Umbrella, but I don't know.
Oh, there is. That's not bad though. There you go. Class of 1984.
Oh no,
£12. £12. That's not bad, is it?
Good price. And I say that's that artwork is the original art. Because I saw it in '84, not in '84. Whenever it came out, when was it 82? Whenever this movie came out, I think it might have been '84. There's a whole bunch of movies at the time. Like there was kind of like Class 1984, and I think a couple years earlier, like Teachers came out with Nick Nolte and Joe Beth Williams, which is another movie, by the way, that I want to own.
Okay.
Fantastic song. Very special.
All right. On your recommendation, Aaron, I just picked it up.
All righty. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you're not going to like curse me on it. But if you like brutality and violence, you're going to love this movie.
It's got a book with it, so I can read the book. So
cool.
That's good.
Mine didn't have a book.
Okay.
I picked this
we'll get
up,
that, watch it, and then talk to you about it.
Oh, that'd be fun. Actually, maybe we can talk about it on channel.
Sure, that'd be awesome.
I had the DVD of this one when Shout Factory put it Bad Dreams and Visiting Hours. But the second they put it the Blu-ray, and there was I think it was maybe a commentary or an interview. There's something else on there anyway. But I said I don't care. I'm buying it. I'm upgrading. I just really like that one.
I watched Nightmares. I got the 101 of that, and I thought it was a decent anthology film.
It is fun. I like the Nightmares a lot. Actually, I think people underrate Nightmares.
It's got a great cast, like Emilio Estevez and all that. It's brilliant.
Oh, what's the name of that character? Is it the Bishop or something like that? The
Lance Henriksen one.
No, I mean like the character in the Emilio Estevez one, like the.
Oh yeah, it's the Bishop, I believe.
Yeah, it's so cool. I mean, like the effects, obviously, it is what it is for its time.
What was the third story? Because there was 3 stories, weren't there?
The first story has the urban legend story. Basically, the girl goes and gets some cigarettes.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. And the killer.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
And everybody has heard that story in real life and thinks it happened in their area because they've heard it somewhere.
And that's why it's not a legend. I did like the final terror. I thought the final terror was actually fairly decent. I've only watched it once, so I can't give it too much praise, but it did the job.
It's like, especially considering they waited like 3 or 4 years to put it out, because it wasn't a slasher film.
No.
They actually added that opening scene was like filmed afterwards, and so they could have more deaths in it.
Cyborg classic, one of the best Van Damme movies of all time.
This shocked me. I bought this at Walmart. I was working in North Sydney, and I go to my local Walmart, and it's like Cyborg is there with the slip for $9.99. I'm like, oh,
I do love that cover.
it's such a good movie too. Albert Pion's great in this one. Final Exam. I do enjoy this movie. I didn't the first time I saw it though. I'm not gonna lie, I was like iffy. I think this is one that's grown on me over the years. One that I've always loved that a lot of people.
It's on 4K now, isn't it? From Dark Force.
Do you ever get to a point, like in all honesty, like Malcolm, where basically you feel like when there's a lot of 4Ks, like reissues and stuff, and you're like, do I need it?
No, if, like for films like Final Exam, you don't need it. You know, for a film like Cat People, I can see why people would want it. You know,
hell yeah, Cat People, 100%.
You know, I think it's all on the film. If you ask me, if you don't own the film and 4K is decent price, get the 4K. If you 100%. Do own the film, or you see a film like Final Exam on Blu-ray or 4K, because the thing, most of the time there's not going to be much of an upgrade anyway. So get Blu-ray.
I think
Gino says pre-80s films are not trash, just so you know. I agree with you there, Gino. I think there's a lot of pre-80s films which are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's in. I don't know what that's about, but
yeah, no, me either. Actually, Nomads. This one that I actually really enjoyed too. A lot of people rag on this one, but I actually like this one.
Pierce Brosnan.
It's Joe. Is it Jobeth Williams too in that one? Because I just mentioned her name actually from Teachers. I think she might be that. Oh, it's another 3-name person. Leslie Ann Down. I knew it was 3 names, Malcolm.
Oh, Gino, I'm a huge fan of oldies black and white films. So I was trying to find out what Cagney meant when he said some label put out a lot of trash. I thought most people thought pretty highly of Warner Archive. Warner Archive releases so many classics.
I love Warner Archive. I wish they put more features on their stuff, but I love Warner Archive.
Did you ever get around to watching That You Better Half Got You?
Oh, Boar, yeah. Actually, I have. I haven't actually done a video on it yet, but yeah, I enjoyed Boar. It was a Shudder original.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, Malcolm. So, do you have a movie in your collection that you probably think that you're never going to get to, or you're never going to watch? Do you have anything in your collection that you're probably never going to watch?
Oh, there's quite a few.
Here's one right here. For me, The Nest. I own it.
That's definitely. I had that in America, and I never watched it.
I ain't watched it here either. I'm not a cockroach person. Is there anybody that is like I can't picture like someone's like, oh yeah.
There's a fetish for everybody, Aaron. I'll tell you, some of them you wouldn't even know about.
Some of them I don't want to know about, I think. Do you know what's really good that a lot of people like sleep on is The Selection. What a good film.
Yeah, it's a good film. I'm trying to think what films in my collection I won't get to. Oh, you're watching The Mangler. When did you see the hook in the thing on the table? You remember that bit, Aaron? The hook thing where it's you know.
I wasn't big on the sequel though. Like I like the first one. Though I haven't seen Mangler 2 since it came out, so maybe it's good and I just got it at the wrong time, but I did like the original.
I think what's the film I wouldn't I'm trying to think of my collection.
But maybe you bought. He said, "I'm glad I wanted to own it, but I don't think everyone will actually watch it."
Probably it's going to sound really bad, but probably Ingmar Bergman said, not because I don't want to, but just because it's so daunting knowing how many movies are in it. You know.
I understand, man. I understand that.
You know, there's other ones, but you know, I mean, I'd have to look properly and tell you.
10 to midnight. Everybody should own this one, by the way, guys. I wish it was cheaper, though. That's not the greatest price.
No.
for that.
Classic. I love the ending of that movie.
It is so cool because like people always expect like Bronson to be this like Death Wish type character, and he's the opposite of Paul Kersey in this movie. He's the one that's always kind of he's like the cop. He's trying to not do the wrong thing at all.
But the anger is just so beautiful in his eyes, when he's looking at him.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. Such a good movie. I bought this for my dad actually for Christmas when he was that's a couple ones about him.
A film I don't like, Road Games.
Really? I'm surprised actually.
Yeah, I really don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know why. I just can't get into it.
It is a bit slow. It's a slow burn. I'll give you that. I'm a Richard Franklin fan though, and even like Patrick. Patrick, I like Patrick now, but the first time I saw Patrick, I was kind of iffy on it.
Coming out on 4K for Indicator.
What, Patrick?
Yeah.
Or Road Games? Like Patrick, I don't need 4K.
Patrick, and The Night After Halloween coming out on 4K.
Oh yeah. Well, I see. Umbrella sent me Patrick and the remake of Patrick with Charles Dance. Yeah. I think it's Charles Dance actually.
And Shawnee Vincent.
Yeah. I like to review a while back, which was really good. So I'm like, hey, this is the perfect Patrick for me, and then I just bought Patrick Still Lives. Got all my Patricks that I need.
The only Patrick that matters is Patrick Still Lives. That's that's the only important one.
I don't know. There's one thing that bothered me about that movie, man. I was like, this isn't sleazy enough. This should be more sleazy.
I agree, actually. I think it should have been, with the amount of non-nudity. There was barely any nudity. There was no random scenes of excitement. I love the Patrick in that way. He's just like this.
Yeah. So bad, it's good. Perfect.
Exactly. Do you ever Men Do? Zemi is classic. I love the ending of that movie.
Great film. Of Unknown Origins. A lot of people like miss out on this one too. It's a great, like kind of like a killer rat movie.
Yeah.
We got like pre-RoboCop Peter Weller here. Shannon Tweed actually in an early role plays his wife. We don't get to see much of her, literally.
Yeah. Which is sad.
But it's a great film. It's definitely unofficial, man. It is as unofficial as you get. Scream for Help.
Scream for Help. Classic Michael Winner film. Probably one of his best films, other than the Death Wish movies. Scream for Help is a film I could talk about for an hour easily. I don't even have to watch it again because I watched it so many times as a kid.
Do you know, Malcolm, the one I bought this one for some reason? Maybe it's because Stepfather, right? I assumed, or in my headcanon, it was Jill Schoelen that was the lead girl in it, right? It's not.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, oh, that's the movie with Jill Schoelen, right? And so it was kind of neat that she played, in Stepfather and played a similar role in Scream for Help. Then I start watching, like, that's not Jill Schoelen. What was I thinking?
What I love about this is I love how, spoiler alert, the girl in it's really cute, right? But I love how she's worried about her mum, how she sees a friend, what happens to her when they're walking down the road.
Yeah.
And then she sleeps with the boy almost straight after.
It's such the stepfather guy in that, or boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, though.
So creepy.
Yeah.
I love the other guy as well. The guy at the end when he's got the thing on his hand and that. I love that.
Wow, that's a great film.
I
really like it.
And talk about having a real sleazy woman as the other woman.
Yeah.
And the deaths are phenomenal.
Right next to American Gothic too, by the way. Very different. Rod Steiger and Yvonne DiCarlo here. It's one of those kind of weird family movies, I guess. Not family movies. Like, hey, don't get your family to sit down and watch American Gothic. Just in case you took me wrong. No, like they're a weird family. Because you got the kid, the adult with the stunted like childlike mind, and you got the family that's kind of like psychotic. Just really cool film. Did you? I don't have this one, Naked Vengeance Vendetta.
I don't have that, but Naked Vengeance is a classic.
Yeah, I don't know Vendetta that well though. I'm not sure if I remember Vendetta, man. Like Naked Vengeance is a classic, 100%. But I don't, for the life of me, remember Vendetta at all. Now maybe I saw it. It was Karen Chase private school, so I probably did actually. 86, yes, I definitely did. It's just that a lot of these kind of go together. How did you find After Midnight?
I found After Midnight to be decent. I thought it was all right. Same as the Doctor and the Devils. I thought they were pretty good. They're not on the top of my
cheap.
They're not on the top of my list to go and watch, but I enjoy them.
Like for an anthology film, and After Midnight is pretty good. It's the girl from what's that? CSI, right?
Yes.
Mary Helsenberger. Jack Speck, I really love. This is
Hellhole. I recommend. I recommend Hellhole.
Oh, I love this movie. I waited so long for this, and it seemed like for the longest time it wasn't going to come out.
Yeah, I recommend Hellhole. I love Hellhole. It's got such a great ending, you know, with all the women and that. If you think it's not a horror film, that's the thing. It's not a real horror film. It's more like a mystery kind of weird, you're here kind of thing. I won't call it a horror. Even though it looks like it is on the cover.
Women's prison, but not just women's prison.
Yeah, it's kind of like women in prison with experiments, and it's very weird.
Do you know what blew my mind in this one? Diane Thorne.
Oh yeah.
I didn't recognize her. You know the scene?
She's incredible in it. Yeah, she's incredible in it now.
Until afterwards, like I'm literally when the credits are coming out.
Yeah,
So I had to go. I went back. Had to go back.
That's what it's like with Margot Kidder in Halloween. 2. I was going, is that Margot Kidder?
Margot Kidder, yeah.
And I was like, is it?
Marge Helsenberger's first husband played the guy who murders her in the movie. I actually did not know that. That's kind of cool, though.
Whoa. The only bit that I'm aware of is the Howard Hughes atrocity that was supposed to launch Faith. The film is a complete mess due to Hughes meddling, and it's sad because it has a great cast.
That is sadly Howard Hughes in a nutshell, man.
Liam Neeson going to remake the Files from the Police Squad TV series before he makes the Naked Gun movies. Oh, wow.
You know you're alone. Please buy this one, guys, if you don't own it. It's really, really good. Do you have this one?
Yes. And you know what I sing with this? That Tiffany song. I think we're alone now. Nobody's gonna come on me. That's perfect for that.
The ending is... I don't know if it's like unexpected or expected, but it makes sense.
I think it's a bit of both. Like you expect it, but you don't expect it to happen, so you get shocked by it.
Yeah. And Tom Hanks is really good in this. He only has a small part, but his part is actually really cool.
He said they just bought He Knows You're Alone.
Excellent. That's a quality one. Tom Hanks is great in it. He actually only had a very tiny part in the movie initially, even smaller than in there. And he was supposed to get killed. But everybody in the cast and behind the scenes loved him so much, they didn't kill off his character and they gave him more in the film.
Oh, nice.
Is Vice Squad is one of the special features on this one.
Is White of the Eye the one for Arrow released?
Yeah, by the Arrow edition or by the edition.
Arrow edition
has a full-length documentary on the director, Donald J. Campbell, and you want that.
That bored me. It bored me senseless.
What, the movie or the documentary is great?
The movie.
You're not the only person to say that. Like, I love White of the Eye, but I loved it from early on, like VHS type thing. So I'm not sure if there's like for me there's a bit of nostalgia to it too. But because you're not the only person that said it to me, I've heard it a couple times actually. One that I don't think can bore anybody is Vice Squad. I do think this is a must.
Yep. Definitely.
Strangers watching. Eyes of a Stranger. Get all your Stranger movies here, guys.
Ghost House and Witchery. I highly recommend that.
Ghost House scared me when I was younger. And this came out in 88, so I was like around 17 when I watched it. 17.
It's got a phenomenal soundtrack.
that freaking like music, you know, the stuff that we hear on the tape, like the
yeah.
creepy as hell, man. Creepy as hell.
Brilliant.
Witchery's fun too, actually.
Absolutely.
I actually like Witchery.
Witchery. Is that the one with Linda Blair?
Yeah, Linda Blair and David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff. Yeah, that one's good, but it's very slow at first. But once it gets going, it's really good.
Yeah, like it's definitely it surprised me because I'd seen Ghost House before. I don't think I'd seen Witchery actually before I bought this. Because these are the La Casa films, guys. So basically, after Evil Dead, you know, called La Casa, and in Italy, were done. Then because Evil Dead was famous, was popular,
Yeah.
they decided to make other films and pretend that they were sequels to Evil Dead. Ghost House and Witchery are two of those films. It's part of a film series called the
La Casa collection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Severin put out another one of them too with you know, I keep meaning to get Fear No Evil because I remember being at like a shop when I was a kid, like you know, one of those mom and pop shops, and see that like picture there of the guy with the creepy like red eyes.
Yeah.
No, it would always scare me when I was a kid. So I would keep saying, "I'm going to rent it. I'm going to rent it." I never rented it. I've never seen this movie.
Oh.
So I kind of want to own it just, you know, to like get over my childhood fear and watch it. It's probably crap.
Whoa.
But I don't know. That's the truth. Have you seen it?
recommends Fear No Evil. I think I have, but I don't remember. Now, I remember the title, but I don't know if the title is from something else. Do you get what I mean? Because it's such a generic
title.
It's such a generic title, but you know. So
Back in the day, I love this one, Death Valley. I really love this movie.
Classic, absolute classic. Love the kid in that.
Oh yeah, Peter Billingsley from Christmas Story. Stephen Caddy is so good.
He is,
and the twist, right? Such a good twist.
What I want to know is what happened to the kid because the kid's kind of disappeared.
He did some Peter Billingsley. I know he's a child actor, but I think he did some stuff after. I'm not quite sure if he stayed in the business. Maybe a lot of people like that either would go behind the camera too.
Yeah,
so
which happens a lot, doesn't it?
Behind the camera. I got to say, I'm actually fairly impressed with the sale right here. Overall, like there's some stuff here that definitely this is not as well priced as the Arrow sale. To be fair and to be like there's some stuff here I really want though. Drop back to the Arrow sale for a minute while we look. We'll go over another page because we want to go. Don't want to keep them up here too long. I kept them up late last night.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind being there.
But we get The Tale of Two Sisters, which is a really good. Actually, this is a good film.
A brilliant film. That twist at the end's phenomenal. True
Romance. I don't know if I could own Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
Isn't that the romance one?
It's the one. The ending, Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, guts me.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant film. Brilliant film. But
David Bowie's brilliant in that.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Especially now, you know?
Yeah. But that Go to Hell is a decent one I need to watch.
Which one got Hell?
That's the Nikatsu movie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, I did not know
Judge Vito in it.
I love The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave.
That's a good one.
It is so good.
Is that the one where the guy kills people because of the wife?
Yeah, it's the one like he's kind of really sadistic. He's like he takes the.
I've got to tell this story, guys. I've got to tell you something. I'm sorry, but when he pulled the women and he started whipping them and laughing, I kid you not, and they were screaming, I just couldn't stop laughing. It was like everything I thought was great about it. I just couldn't stop laughing. Hell, I even ran upstairs and tried to make a whip out of tea towels and started my wife everyone laughing. Like, yeah, because he really gets into it.
He does seem to get into it a little bit too much.
And I love how the women at first are always like, I like how the women at first are always like, oh, you're kinky, aren't you? And then they're like, ow, that hurts. I just love it.
It is a good film. And it's such a good film, too. I mean, like, it's a really good film. Well acted.
Yeah. Great twist.
Excellent twist. Again, another one of, like, if you don't have them, it's great. The Essential is here. Only one you got to get, by the way, guys, if you got all their Giallo films, is the black set. If you get the black set, that has movies that aren't like that weren't available elsewhere. Frivolous Lola.
Oh yes, an audition.
You know, Frivolous Lola is not one of my favorites of Tino Brass's films. I do like
Cherry.
it.
Is it Cherry?
Cherry's really good. Cheeky's really good.
Cheeky, that's it. Cheeky.
Cheeky's fantastic. That's one of his best.
All ladies do it is my favorite because I really love that peeing scene.
All Ladies Do It is, I think, for almost everybody that I know that's like in the Tino Brass, like that tends to be their favorite. Like it when they list their films.
Stunning, isn't it? The woman just blows my mind. Auditions, great and all.
Kitty. Once you know, you can't unknow.
Yeah, sure.
Hey,
hi, Alvin. One of the ones I want to get, but I want to get the original box of it, is The Human Condition.
That is a.
It's an epic.
It's a good film, but it's like it's definitely it's an event. Like you're setting yourself up for a long watch.
Yeah. And I really want it, but I want the box set with the book because I feel like you need to have the book to read. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I can honestly say that for me, at this point in my life, that might be a little bit too daunting to watch again. You know what I mean? It's a great film. I definitely recommend it. If you love film and cinema, it's a fantastic movie.
And it's a film. It's because really it's in 3 parts, but it's one film really.
It's
right. You know, and the way I see it is, this is a type of film where you watch, you see the art in it, you see the beauty in it, but you also learn from it.
And I do think, like, even though it's in 3 films, it is really something that you watch, you go through, you watch all.
Yeah.
Which is,
if you like Lord of the Rings, you'll like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
May to December, A Christmas Story, Christmas starring Peter Billingsley, and the original kid actors from A Christmas Story is going to be released on DVD.
Oh, the new one, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I heard about that, but yeah, it seems like it's going to be interesting to see. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know.
I know there's an era edition.
But what people are forgetting is the Hellraiser 4K set comes out this month.
So it does. Does that come out in the US too? Or in Canada?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it is.
What am I going to buy, man? Like,
that's true.
That much money, so
I feel like no matter what you do, it's go back, because no matter what you pick up, you're going to miss out on like 1,000 other things.
That's the thing, and like, and when I initially get there, it's it's going to be, yeah. So I won't have a ton when I get there, but I will, a couple weeks after.
I got a thing you could do, right?
Rob a bank.
I don't think Glenn's here, so I can get away with this. Go around this, get all the movies that are worth something, right? Trade them into the most cheapest place possible so you get the most less amount, and then go to Sunrise and buy the movies you want. There you go.
Take my dad's movies that are worth something.
Yeah.
At least 3D.
Take the 3D collection that's worth, let's say, $400, sell it for $50, and there you go. You got your movie.
Dad kills son. It's
here's one son.
Eaten Alive.
Because Malcolm convinced him.
Toe Pooper.
Yes.
A movie that's
good.
It is, and here's the thing. It came out after Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, that is not a good thing. Like how could it measure up after that?
Chill factor is totally misrepresented.
I know. I thought that was going. I really thought it was going to be a slasher.
Yeah, me too.
And it's a possession film.
Yeah,
it looks.
I do love the artwork
though, doesn't it? Like by the cover.
Yeah, I do love the artwork though.
Artwork's fantastic, and it's not wrong. Like that scene is in the film. It's not sort of. But
if you want to watch, if you guys want to watch a feel-good movie, Hiroshima, that's it. It is a movie that sucked. Colobos. I hated that movie. It bored me.
I did like the Bloodstained Butterfly, though. Actually, really surprised with how much.
Brilliant movie. Brilliant movie. Dragonfly for Each Corpse is good as well. That's the Paul Naschy one.
Oh, that was a really good one. I think it's on volume 2 because I think I have that one.
What shall be on cruising?
I like cruising, actually. I mean, like, it was I could see why some people wouldn't. And I could definitely see if people have problems with certain aspects of it. I don't think. Now here's the thing. I am a straight white male.
Sure.
So I can only go on like my opinion.
You don't come off that way, but sure. Yeah.
But you have no idea how much I heard that in high school.
I'm sure.
But no, like but no, I did you like? I liked it. I mean, like the ending.
The ending for me, I'll be honest with you. Don't get me wrong. I've got nothing against the film at all, really, when it comes to what it's talking about.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, the film was made in a time where people were scared, people were worried. There was these. I mean, it still happens today, but it was more prevalent on the news, and stuff. And it was kind of, what do you call it? So it's one of those movies which is a hard watch, I would think, because it's a hard watch. But at the same time, you kind of feel like Al Pacino's character is really on the edge of what he's doing. You know what I mean? I do love the kill scenes, and I do love especially the first one, because it's brutal enough to really mess with your head.
It is. I mean, I was speaking with somebody recently that would understand like this a lot more than I do. And the aspect of the time that like the time frame that's been done, and the whole like, and we talked about this, actually not on camera, but we talked about this, that it was so much harder, like because there's that because that culture is there. And partially because you were at a time where there was a lot more people that were like kind of like closeted that couldn't be open about stuff like this. So to like be in a couple relationship was extremely hard. And it seemed safer, which obviously this is not, but it seems safer that too, as opposed. I don't want to get into too much because I'm not, but I'm just saying, like from what I've heard and what like somebody actually in the LGBTQ community like told me.
Yeah.
And we're older.
I think as you said, it's like anything, any culture, anything. We can never fully understand if we're not in it. If we're not living and we're not going through things. And that isn't just whether someone's gay or let's just say LBGT, Q, however you say it, because, that's on me. I don't want to make a mistake on that. And, or a race thing in like Nigeria or wherever someone goes for, whether someone's in a wheelchair, whatever, And that's with that situation. We don't fully know. We don't fully understand. And the worst thing, I think, when it comes to people is when they say things like, oh, I understand what you're going through because, because I broke my leg. So I understand what it's like for you permanently being in a wheelchair. Do you see what I mean? It just doesn't come off well, does it?
No, it does. I mean, like, here's the thing. We're both wrestling fans, right? And so Cody Rhodes was dating, no, he was married to Brandy Rhodes. And she wasn't Brandy Rhodes at the time, of course. But early on, he's like, hey, don't, it's okay. I don't see, I don't see color, right? And
Yeah.
she said, that's extremely insulting. She said, because that means you don't see the struggles that I go through. And he's like, oh, you're right. I didn't think of it like that. But you wouldn't. Anyway, I don't want to get too off topic, but I just want to put that out there.
Gino says, "We're anything but EH. Hollywood loves to portray us as victim, but no effort. We are in need of saving." LOL. Gino, from what I say on your Facebook, you sound like you need to be saved sometimes. From from depression and that, So whenever you feel that way, just message me.
Sweet thing to say. I'm going to get into like the not sweet stuff because I'm going to talk Roadhouse and Racketeers.
That's a great set, by the way. I had that set in America and and here, and I like it. I think it's a great set. I'm surprised it's not sold out.
Yeah, me too. Actually, Enzo G. Castellari too is a fantastic director, so you kind of expect it to be. Trapped Alive is okay. It's all right.
It's not the best, is it? It's all right. I think it's one of those cheaper things.
Slayer is better than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie there.
You know what? Slayer, I went into that and I thought it was going to be absolute rubbish, right?
Yeah.
But by the time it ended, I actually really enjoyed it because there are moments in it where you genuinely question if what you think's happening is actually happening.
Yeah, I know.
There is an update on that, Alan. I didn't buy it. I thought I bought the bottle opener, but I didn't buy it. The actual DVD gift set because it goes for 150 quid here, and I was like, I ain't buying it for that. So, yeah.
Two of the big sets.
I'm glad to hear that.
Is the Claude stuff? I love Claude.
I've got both of them, but I've not watched them.
Beautiful stuff. Every to each their own when it comes to this stuff, but one, there's some beautiful women in there. You don't like that aspect of it, Malcolm.
I'm trying to watch more of my subtitled films, my foreign films, because I've been watching them lately, but it's hard because you really have to focus on subtitled ones, to get the whole story.
I'm thinking I should pick up the Claude Chabrol eventually because one, they're French, and that might help out a bit. I'm like going into Duolingo again. And
they speak French over there, don't they? Some people speak French there.
Oh well, French. There's like a large, predominant like French speaking part of here. Like not some, a lot. Like
what would you say?
Are Duolingo
70%?
So I'd say most people there's the kind of the natives of Morocco that are more outside of town, and they have a language called Berber. Which is kind of becoming a bit of a lost language. Yeah. But when it comes to actually Morocco and Marrakesh, Rabat,
is Berber their original language?
Yeah, it's kind of like the native language.
Kind of like Jewish people used to have the old Jewish language, which is kind of
like him, but not like Berber or anything like that. She wouldn't understand it. Neither would anybody that lived in in the city aspects of it. Like there's some, but it's very rare.
So here's a question for you. How many languages does Hind talk?
Let's see. That I know of? Because I don't I never really thought about it.
Because I know she's a well-educated woman, so I know that she would have at least a few.
Yeah, at least 3, maybe more. Okay. And I know, because here's the thing: she knows French and she knows English, she knows Arabic, like modern Arabic. There's also a kind of a Moroccan language, which is kind of like a
mixture kind of thing
of both of them. And because she knows French and that, that's enabled her to know a lot more when it comes to picking up on Spanish. So she's able to pick up on a lot of Spanish. She can pick up on a lot of different languages. I think she put her in a place for a short period of time. She'd be able to talk the language. Because for those that don't know, my better half is much smarter than me, and that's not that's not degrading me. It's just an actual fact. She's she's university educated. She's she went to some very, very good schools, and
And
it
in
worked out.
case you guys didn't know, my wife isn't smarter than me. And you know what? That's okay because
Yeah, like
no, I'm joking. My wife, I think, if to be honest with you, a good wife is always smarter, in my view, because they know how to protect you, how to help you, and to me, that's real smarts. If
yeah, and
they go
smarter doesn't
to,
mean
if,
have gone to college. Smarter means
yeah,
like
exactly.
treat,
But
they
in
treat
Hin's
you.
case, well educated, incredible in that sense. My wife was a high-ranking nurse when she was younger, so it's
Oh,
very
nice.
similar in that extent. You know, she was well educated in that. She has a heart of gold. You know, very strong for me. If someone gives me crap, she gets angry about it and she wants to tell them. You know, so it's what do you call it? And I think that, and I think a wife who truly loves you is intelligent in the sense as well of just being able to communicate with you because so many people can't do that. You
That's the.
know, so
Well, I got to say one
I
thing.
think you're right.
Like one, I didn't know that Donna was used to be like a nurse. I'll say this: I come from a family of nurses, Malcolm. So I have extremely high respect for that
Want
profession.
to see a picture of her as a nurse?
Oh, sure.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll get. Okay, so get these.
By the way, while we're waiting for Malcolm, I'm going to give a recommendation to Madman. That is an insane film, but I absolutely adore it. It has the weirdest like sequence for like any if for weirdest hot tub scene,
Here we
most
go.
awkward hot tub scene.
So this was my Donna when she was a nurse.
Oh my god, that
Right.
she looks like the nurse, right?
She does, doesn't she? And this was
Yeah.
her. This is her dressed normally when obviously when she was around that time.
Oh wow.
You know, yeah, stunner, I tell you,
Yeah, you're not lying, man.
and very busty too, which is always good. Oh, I'll move these back later, but yeah, beautiful woman, my wife, stunning, I tell you. But I'm biased because I think everybody feels that way about their wife, or I hope they do.
Well, yeah, or their partner or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, partner,
um,
wife, whatever, you know.
no, exactly. Did you pick up Trip to the Moon? The live.
No, I never picked it up, but I really wanted to pick up the Flicker Alley one. When I was in America because they look great, but I know that's out of print now because I think it was Alan who told us that the steelbook version,
I love the stuff.
the stuff.
Though, if you don't know what this movie's about, this looks totally inappropriate.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I never thought about it till just now, actually.
The Kinji Fakasaka's collection. I said that wrong, but that's a great one. I watched 2 of them so far, Cops and Thugs, and I think it's the Mobster or something. The one I need to watch is a Sunny Cheaper one.
You think that'd be the first one?
Hmm.
Let's see what we got
What's
here.
this? My father was a truck driver. My uncle owned a garage. My mother and most of my aunts worked at factories, restaurants, and gas stations.
That's kind of cool. My
Convenience
mom owned a
stores.
convenience store, actually. When I was in college, we ran a convenience store, which made me
My,
extremely popular, by the way, guys, because I'll be coming back with tons of groceries in my dorm, and trust me, people would be coming for
my,
like chips and stuff.
my mum used to run a cafe, and then she ran a shop where she made her own plaster casts, like figures.
That's kind of cool, man.
And she'd
She was
paint them and
artistic.
sell them. And then she got into the whole spiritualism stuff, so started getting that stuff. And yeah, I think kind of messed her up a little bit. I don't know what people's views are, obviously, on their views of spiritualism and that, because it's different. But I feel like for her, she kind of got maybe in with the wrong crowd a little bit on that.
Well, this is the thing. Like, I mean,
Um,
like I think with anyone, you can be. There's always that kind of the fringe or the wrong aspect of it.
yeah, because, she met my stepdad that way, and it kind of changed her a little bit, kind of made her a bit, I don't know. She had her own church, own spiritualist church with him. And I never forget, I'd go up there, right, and help them put the tables away and stuff, after. And she'd go through the collection bin and go, oh, we can get cigarettes and we can get food tonight and stuff like that. And I'd be like, but that's for the church, isn't it? So, I have a very
Well, I guess if they're
good.
running it, I guess like in a way that is, isn't. I'm like, here's the thing. I don't know a lot of this stuff. I'm not sure
Yeah,
that.
I don't know. I think it's very controversial in how people see it. You know what I mean?
I understand. I mean, like I'm not like, well, I was Christian when I was young,
Sure,
because that's what my family was basically. You're usually with your family when you're really young.
sure, yeah, exactly. That's what happened to me with
But
Christianity as well.
like I changed, like I explored different like things as I got older, and what I am now. Well, it's just honestly, that's just that stays with me. to be
Well, yeah, it
honest.
has to, doesn't it? Technically, in today's society, you have to be, because you can't. I think the problem with anything, whether it's religion or anything like that, is I think it's a very personal thing,
I think it should be.
because I think when it comes to that stuff, it's your own journey.
Because I get
You know,
bothering people like just like like, okay, this is what you should do, or this this is it type thing. Um, I remember like, well, I'm not sure what it was, but they'd like knock on the doors and they'd have like what I'm talking about, like
yeah. Oh,
have
you mean
like
like
some,
Jehovah's Witnesses?
yeah, I think it's about us. And they'd be like, let's talk about. Do you have 5 minutes to talk about? And stupidly, when I was in college, first time, I was like, oh, well, sure, why not? Type of thing. And God, they stayed forever. And they're like, oh, you got to do this. You're going to go to hell. You got to do this. You're going to go to hell. And let me tell you about the rapture. You're going to go to hell for this. And it's going to go to hell for this. I'm like, is there anything I can do that I'm not going to go to hell for?
I had Jehovah's Witnesses come on my doorstep, and I would talk to them, right? And they'd come every week, and they'd go to me, oh, you need to come to our temple, you're going to go to hell if you don't come to our temple, blah, 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 this. And I'd be like, the whole thing of religion should be temple, they're going to hell. Because isn't that going to push people away from what you're saying by telling them they're wrongdoers?
Now I'll give you another part on that. But here's the thing, like to give you like another side of it is, I was in when I moved to Ontario, 2 doors down from me, there was an older couple, I think around their 60s, and they were Jehovah's Witness, and not once were they, and I saw them. They were very kind. They were giving. They were like, they were never once did they ask or go anything, were they knocking on my door with anything or giving anything like that. If they came to my door, it was either basically because, okay, we're, hey, how's it going? Or, we made some extra food. Like, do you want some stuff? We got some pie here. It was that type of thing. So, I think when it's that type of thing, like for me, it's just my personal thoughts is just, your journey is your journey. And if you want to like go to your like that wherever you want to, whether you practice at a place or your home
just
or thing.
attack other people with it.
Yeah, like because you don't know how you don't know what other people's journeys are, and just because like you could like what I think, there's always good and bad in each, right? Because your journey might be, okay, I'm fantastic and I'm super like whatever it is. I'm not gonna say any religion in particular. I'm just gonna say I'm super like, oh, I'll make one up, right? I'm Golden Girls, right? I'm super GG, and you may have a fantastic experience, but there may be somebody else that has been there, and it's been a totally different thing. It's been a nightmare for them. So that it's gonna be rough. Anyway,
we've got an argument happening. We've got an argument between Gina and the H, yeah.
Let's not argue about this stuff,
guys. I think I think if I'm honest with you, the difference to America to here, right, is the church isn't as connected to the state as it is here, right? What I see in America with a lot of churches, Donna went to one, right? I'm just going to say this, and we'll finish off this whole subject, so that we don't get massive.
Yeah, I don't want to get
arguments
into
here,
like too much.
right? But I want to finish this off because I think it's an important fact. My wife Donna, she used to go to a church. It was called Bethany, right? There was more to it, but I won't call it the whole name. It's called Bethany something, right? She said to me when I went to America, moved there, I want you to come to church with me. When we got there, it looked like a massive campus, right? Every time she came home from there, it was, we need money to build a new kitchen. Oh, the kitchen's been made. We need new money to fix this again. And I'm telling you, this place looked immaculate, right? Every single time it was begging for money, begging. You have to tithe, you have to do this, you have to do that, right? But the problem is, if you're just a statistic, like one number in a church, and that church doesn't talk to you, doesn't make the effort with you, right, when you've been there for years, keep putting you in the wrong section because you're an older person, right? Personally, I think it's disgusting, because I feel like it's very important for the older generation to be helped, let alone any generation. And Gino, I can't believe, I'm really shocked by this. You're a really young deacon. That's really shocking to me. Not in a bad way. I'm just shocked because most of the people that are deacons where I went to church were mostly older men. So, but I think we should end the subject there because, it's not a conversation topic, but we should be talking about it in the chat anyway.
Yeah, I think we should get back to what like Elvin's like talking about, like Joe and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Please, guys, just respect each other in the chat.
And also remember, guys, me and Aaron are neither against or for anything for things because we want this to be very neutral and respected.
Yeah.
So we're never against anybody or anything.
Well, there's some people that you'll never know.
Yeah, I just want to make that clear. I just want to make that clear because, we love you all and we want you all to be safe here and all will appreciate each other.
We want this to be like a fun, safe space where we talk about movies and stuff like that, and we leave that outside world on the outside.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking of good movies, by the way, The Mutilator. Did you like The Mutilator?
Yes, I did.
Going on the spring.
I do love. Oh no, it was The Mutilator that had the hook bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mixing that up with The Mangler.
The Mutilator is the one where basically he accidentally kills his mom, right? I remember the beginning of the film, the gun. And did they make a sequel recently? I heard they were going to.
They were. That's great, Gino. That's great, Gino. I think the first part is brilliant because there's not enough of that when it comes to any kind of responsibility. So that's great.
Fassbender. Although I do like his work,
them.
I don't think I want to go back to it.
I've got the 3 box sets, but I haven't cracked into them.
I'd say I've seen it when I was younger, and not that it's bad. There's a lot of good stuff, but I just don't feel that I need to go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's some films you watch and you're like, I don't need to because I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bloodthirsty trilogy, guys. If you like Hammer, you'll like the Bloodthirsty trilogy.
Oh hell yeah! This is like if you've done like all the Hammer Draculas and stuff like that, and you're like got like a bit of a Dracula or vampire kind of like a gothic kick, like feel the need for some more. This is really, really good. I love this series of films. What's your favorite?
My favourite, I cannot. What is it? Vampire Doll?
Is Vampire Doll your favorite? That's the first one.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while since I've watched them, so I could have them mixed up in my head. But I think it was Vampire Doll. Was it the second one?
I think Lake is for me, but Lake is the one I saw first too, so I may be biased towards it, to be honest.
Okay. Cold Fish. Cold Fish is a good film. It's very dark.
Drives an ordinary man to murder, based on true events. The Executioner Collection. It's 2 films, right?
Yeah, 2 films on 1 disc. Foxy Brown. Right, Foxy Brown, got to say, because she's my sister, baby, and she's a whole lot of woman. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Pam Grier in the 70s, if she turned up here, she knocked on my door, I'd be taking her in every room, right? And I wouldn't even care. I'd say, if Donna woke up, I'd say, you come and join us. Because I couldn't resist Pam Grier back then. She was so beautiful.
I think Coffee,
she still is.
I like Foxy Brown is fantastic, but Coffee I think is the height of like Pam Grier.
Oh, the bed scenes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Watched Mystery at the Wax Museum last night's party movies to watch. Great film, by the way. I love that one. Lana Atwell.
That's a good one. I need to watch that actually. I wanted to watch that in this month.
It freaked me out the first time I saw it, actually, because I watched the Vincent Price one first, and I liked it. But then I watched the Mystery of the Wax Museum, and it's so much scarier, in my opinion. Like even the makeup and everything's scarier.
Yeah, I agree. What was that other one? There was another one.
You mean like a Wax Museum type, or like Vincent Price type? Like Vincent Price did one called The Man Magician, which is very much in the same vein as the Wax Museum.
No, not that one. Not that one, but not with Vincent Price. It was like a Wax Museum one.
Your favorite, the Wax Mask?
No, it wasn't that one. It was an old one where the guy basically has this face thing on his face.
I don't remember now.
What was it? Maybe. Let me have a look. It's harder than that, boss, because you can't always see what you watched easily.
Yates said Mysteries of the Wax Museum. Could it be that one?
Mysteries of the Wax Museum. Could it be that? It might be. Let me have a look. Mysteries.
Kalatiki, by the way, guys. £9 for Kalatiki. Great. Great film. Long Good Friday.
Did I see that one? I don't think I saw that one.
What, Kalatiki? Kalatiki?
No, Mystery of the Wax Museum. No, that's not the one, I don't think.
I thought you were going to tell me you didn't see the Long Good Friday. I was going to say, Malcolm.
It might be that one. I don't know. I can't remember. It probably was that one. I just can't remember. When you watch as many movies as we do sometimes, you know, all of us, I'm sure. Yeah. Dr. X is a classic, Gino. Yeah. And I like the one, Dr. X with, is it Return of Dr. X, the one with Humphrey Bogart?
Return Dr. X. Actually, do you know? Actually, we're going to end off here in a couple minutes, so I just because I got to feed the kitty cats outside. Return Dr. X was actually, and I really love this film, by the way. I saw it the first time on CBC Late Night, was a punishment for Humphrey Bogart. I think he refused to do a certain movie, and because of it, they made him do Return Dr. X, which was kind of a low budget, kind of Bob Giro picture, right?
Ooh, with all due respect, Pam Grier is unrecognizable, so sure. You're probably right, Alan. You're probably right, Alan. But I mean, the last time I saw her properly, which was in the L Word, she looked fantastic. So,
yeah, I do think she still looks fantastic.
Humphrey Bogart. Gino, do you have the what's that collection called from Flicker Alley? The one with Midnight and is it Dr. Chris in it? The 4 movie set, the Poverty Road set from Flicker Alley. Pam would still get it. Yeah, definitely, she would.
Oh, Pam still. To this day, Pam Anderson. Yeah, Pam Anderson. Did you see Pam Anderson come out and do the makeup free thing on the red carpet? That was kind of cool.
Oh. Whoa. Hi. Hey guys, where's Gaspar Knows?
I don't know, because Gaspar knows stuff you would expect to be on Blu-ray, man.
Christina Hendricks would get it too.
Well, she still looks good. She looks really, really good.
Oh, I say she just looks a bit puffy because she's got older.
Yeah, well, as we all do.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, she looks great. Especially 'cause she's up there too.
And when you think I think she's like late 60s, 70s now. She looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
So man, she looks fantastic, guys.
I love that where she visits her boyfriend in the hospital. And goes, "Let me take care of you," and I'm like, "Oh, why couldn't you be me?" You know, when he's got his face covered in the bandages. Oh.
There's so much good stuff. And by the way, guys, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We did another 3-hour marathon video, even after we did a whole taping stuff.
Yeah, that was about an hour and all, wasn't it?
It was.
We didn't even look at the 88 film stuff.
Honestly, it wasn't a lot. We'll probably get, who knows, what something to get announced. We'll end up getting to it anyway.
Right, so yeah. I looked
Thank
at
you so
Amazon
much
after you told me.
I hope you guys have been like enjoying this. We've been literally, like, not just me, we've been working our asses off with these videos. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you please check out the Halloween horror videos. Malcolm, my dad, come in for each one of those to do that and did a massively fantastic job.
Comment on them.
And you know what? And didn't have to come in, came in, joined me. We all had our very unique takes on it, and it makes it way more fun that we do. And I think I'm very proud of those videos. So definitely check them out. There's some glitches, like technical glitches, that unfortunately we couldn't get.
We're going to try and fix that. We're going to try and fix that when Aaron goes to Canada.
But with that, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys here next time. And a couple of days, there's another 10 movie recommendation list coming up too. So keep an eye out for that. I won't tell you what the topic is, but every one of them is themed. And because I don't know what the meaning of the word "stop and sleep" is, I decided to film 2 of those today.
By the way, guys, if you're on Patreon, we'll be live tomorrow with the timeline thing.
Thank you so much for mentioning that, by the way. Yeah, we're going to be doing so if you've been watching the Halloween timelines all the way through and you want to see what our rankings of the timelines are going to be, me, Dad, and Malcolm are going to be doing a live Patreon video going into the timelines, giving our rankings, which are going to be very different, I think. And Sunday on Patreon, you'll see the second Halloween Horror Challenge. You're getting the return of the Halloween Horror Challenge popping up on Sunday as well. And so much more that I'm almost... I don't know, man. I'm feeling the pressure, but it's fun. It's so much fun.
He's working hard, guys. So just Aaron's really been pushing himself.
And I really do hope to see a lot of you guys there tomorrow, if you're available, because we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And I really 100% love talking to you guys and hearing your comments. So thank you, Malcolm, so much for joining me here tonight. It's been a blast, and have a great evening.
Take care, guys.